You guys were hitting Zapros, and then you were heading back to Sanctuary.
No, you're not allowed. I like that one.
Okay, we can do rolls. Not me, because
Who's doing the recap?
I think
we all are doing it.
Joint, yeah. We're all
oh yeah.
filming.
They went to last best game.
So you
Alright,
just
well,
You made the argument for it.
Two.
Oh yeah. Did you get new batteries?
See, that one counts.
Okay.
That's true.
So we're not gonna have to have. We're gonna have some internet batteries.
What I've got in here is all that's happening.
I got that.
Elizabeth, are we still good for this Thursday?
Yes.
All right. I'll probably text you the day before too.
I'm gonna set some alone time for me.
Well, that's what
Tonight?
That's what tonight's for.
But Desi has to be there.
She can go to the other room.
She never gets as wild when she's around.
I'll go to Mel's house.
She'll be asleep.
That's
So you
fine.
can sleep with her again.
She's a sleeper?
Yes. Yes, she is.
Unless Pumpkin knocks something down and
Yeah,
scares
unless
her.
it's like cat or a child crying, she's a heavy sleeper.
So what I'm hearing is go in and just start crying.
Yeah.
Golden.
Everything you need for the basket.
Me? Yeah.
Are there any other lights that need? I got 5.
Can I have 4?
1, 2.
The magical falling box.
I'm gonna hand me batteries that need to be replaced. I'll replace some of them.
Put on my car. Slam the car into
Directly.
Alex. Not Alex. Zach. Just so you know.
It's a purple day.
I don't know why you always call me
I do it once, at least, every night. Every night I do it once.
It's usually the first time you address me.
All the way up to 80
And then I address
HP.
either one of you. All the time.
Oh, you're so cute.
I feel bad.
I'm not surprised you feel bad. You had your teeth ripped out.
Well, that's true.
I've been there. It's not fun.
Yeah, I will say these hurt so much more than these.
Those were the cracked ones, weren't they?
These are the ones they had to surgically cut out of my
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
versus these that they could just pull.
Yeah, they had to go into the bone.
Pulling
Yeah.
teeth is not fun.
And they knew,
but it's
like,
better.
he saw in the x-ray that this nerve right here was touching the root of the one with symptom. He's like, just so you know, there's probably going to be nerve damage, and there's nothing I can do about that. He's like, so if you get if you have numbness on your lip when you wake up tomorrow, you expect it for at least 4 to 6 months.
Yeah, mine
At
was
least.
Forcer's coming back.
the channel that the nerve runs through. It had breached the channel but hadn't touched the nerve yet. So like if there was a very slim chance if we
Is there
push
any
it
other
the tiniest wrong
things that
way,
need to be
it
replaced?
can damage your nerve. We're gonna do our best. Like I didn't get any, but
Or are the
my
rest of them good?
youngest brother, just from putting a needle in the wrong spot, they did nerve damage to his lip. His lip was numb. Lip was numb for months.
It's also important to me that you
We're down to
recognize
one.
that at this
one
point,
light.
his youngest brother straight up looks like Theodore from the Chipmunks.
Oh my jeez.
So like huge cheeks, and the fact that his
That was his natural look.
lip-
That wasn't
yeah.
because they were swollen.
Yeah, so the fact that his lip was numb just really added to it, because there were some times where I'm like, oh honey, stop on your head.
Well, this is sad that I was so excited because yesterday afternoon was the first time that I was able to lick my lips.
Ooh.
That is exciting.
Surgery.
It's little things.
I told my dad, he was like, yes, you were right. That is weird to be excited about.
Do you remember much from the day from Thursday? I barely remember anything from my surgery day.
Yeah, I know.
They actually gave me high dose from the beginning, and like after an hour of waking up from surgery, I remember everything after waking up from surgery, but about an hour after waking up, like the effects of the narcotics were just gone.
I don't remember anything before I was in the car heading home, and then the day is just flashes. I mainly remember turning on Deadpool on the TV and then falling asleep in the middle of it. My mom hates vulgar movies, but she left it on because.
So it was his mom sitting next to him, and then me sitting there, and she was leaving it on because she wanted him to like have the movie of his choice. She was so annoyed.
I remember everything up to them leaning my chair back and the light going over my head. And he was in the middle of saying something to me. And then the next thing I remember, I was waking up in the chair and they put me in a wheelchair and took me up to the car. And I remember everything after that. But
Sounds
I
like
do remember
alien
being
abduction.
like, I do remember.
I remember
being
them
like,
saying
Everything's
count
after the
to 10. I remember getting to 3, and then I don't remember anything until I'm in the car headed home.
Yeah, I think he was getting ready to tell me to start counting, but I don't remember counting at all. But my family have a resistance to narcotics and anesthesias.
Intolerance?
No,
resistance. Like she's got.
So like
They
my
use more
brother.
They have to use more to put her out.
My dad when they have to use the stuff they put in the needle to keep working.
Narcan?
Yeah.
No,
that's where
Novocaine.
Novocaine.
I love that stuff.
Narcan is very different.
Like, they always have to max him out, and then he'll still feel stuff.
Oh, yeah.
My brother woke up when they weren't quite done with the surgery.
Oh, dear.
And so we know it. Like my grandpa used to have issues too. We struggle because sometimes they don't believe us.
Mm-hmm.
But thankfully he listened and he said, well, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to give you a little extra. And the nurse told me afterwards, she made a comment to the effect of, it was a good thing you told us to give you extra because you woke up pretty early.
Oh, wow.
She was like, we weren't expecting you to wake up for at least another 10 minutes.
I think it's honestly one of my biggest fears is once I learned about the fact that if you go under, that there's extremely rare cases where your consciousness turns back on, but you're still paralyzed, so you can't open your eyes, you can't scream, you can't see anything, but you feel it all.
It's basically sleep paralysis, which I get, and it's not a great time.
Fuck that.
Well,
Like,
it's because there's multiple medications they give you. One of them is a paralytic.
Yep.
So the paralytic is working, but the other one is not.
The anesthesia is not,
Oh man.
Sometimes I think it's referred to as locked-in syndrome.
What is it?
Locked-in syndrome.
Yep.
Oh.
There's an episode of House about that.
There is.
Did we see that one?
It's
It's
terrifying.
They haven't seen
Oh,
it yet.
man.
That's a good one. That's when he gets his new team.
What a wild show that was.
It's a great show.
We started watching it. I've never seen it before,
I've
so
seen like every
we.
episode.
Oh, you're
like
in for a
7
wild
times.
ride.
Oh, it's
Yeah,
been.
the
We're already
one
on
with, like,
season
the
2, I
Arctic.
think.
Oh, you're barely getting
Yeah.
started. It
Oh,
gets
yeah.
so much crazy.
It's pulled
Every
up the
single time,
stones.
I'm like, oh yeah, here we are again. It's time.
Yeah, we
We're
went to
in it.
mark where we
what?
knew we
For that
wanted
entire
to
episode,
go
I'm like,
put
this feels
steps
like the
back.
epitome of House.
I know.
Because he's so far
And you
removed from
have-
the situation.
Exactly.
2 that are
It's like-
missing,
but then
correct?
the-
Yes.
So you have
his
7 left to
intimacy
place
with
that
her
you are aware of?
ends up skipping like an entire
No, we-
fucking part.
Yeah.
Didn't
I don't
see
remember
one
how
of
many
the
were total,
obvious
but we placed
symptoms.
She has a broken toe. This
Yes,
is
that's
do
it.
So,
That's
not.
all it is.
whatever
We're
it's
so
total
rich,
is.
you can't feel it.
So you have 6 left?
Yes.
That's such a good show.
Oh, yeah.
I like the way it ended.
I don't
I
know
like
that
it. I like it too.
I
Yeah.
thought it. I mean, because like, how else? Like, he's gonna go back to prison.
Are you guys sure you placed
It's
10
like,
and
how
not
else is he
9?
gonna end it? Everybody thinks he's dead.
Hold please. I will check Elizabeth.
Talk about the end of House.
Oh.
Say again.
No, I'm not sure.
Don't ruin it
Because
for me.
there's 16. There's 16
It was all a
gods.
dream.
So
Like
1,
House has
2,
been in a coma the whole
3,
time.
Yes.
4,
He's actually
5,
mentally
6,
retarded.
Oh my
7,
God.
8,
It's dark.
9,
It's dark.
10. Yeah. So you want me to send you the
Yeah,
list
that's
that I
nice.
have in like the sessions that they were placed in?
Uh,
Or do you want me to read them off?
read them off.
So Fortana, Araco, Bacano, Sindri, Morto, Nirta, Taro, Teva, Vulcan, and Abouri.
So that Eistoro.
Check out your
There's still Eistoro, Tomana, Scatho, Vessi, Calder, and the one that's on the dragon turtle.
What about, you said Tawana?
I think that's the one on the Dragon Turtle.
No, the hockey's on the dragon turtle.
Oh,
Yeah.
That's right.
Tomana.
You just mispronounced it.
I might have just. Oh yeah, I'm missing an A on this.
She just mispronounced it because she misspelled it.
Yeah, so I've got 16 gods. You guys still have Eistoro, you have Vessi, you have Talamna,
Mhm.
you guys know where you're supposed to place.
Mm-hmm.
You have Calder.
We don't have Calder.
No, you have to find
Yeah, we have to
Calder.
find Calder.
You got Scavo.
Thank you for the food.
Oh, you're welcome. Glad you liked it.
She wanted to come out and personally thank you. She was shocked to hear that you couldn't.
Hell helped me, so it wasn't just me.
Oh, yeah, there's only 6 gods.
She might not have been shocked then.
That's it.
So that's the most heartbreaking feeling.
What?
When you accidentally step on because they're around your legs.
Oh, this entire week has just been Ari getting
'Cause you can't see him.
Because I can't see him.
Oh.
He always weaves around our legs.
And then he just looks up at me like, Human, why you betray my tiny trust?
I likely cannot do Tiny's voice today.
That's absolutely valid. I
So-
will not address Tiny.
Okay.
That's it.
Tiny was supposed to have a part today, but there's no
You
way.
just speak normal.
Alternatively, if you want, you can message me Tiny's and I can try and read them. Or we can make Trey do it in his, oh boy.
I don't remember Tiny's voice.
That's fine. So try Tiny.
Tiny, shiny.
There you go.
See, Alex can do it.
I'm classically trained.
Alex knows Tiny's voice.
I can do all the voices.
I'm not one of Tiny's people, so
Dear God.
I mostly just ignore
Which
him.
means you're the only one that Tiny won't have a conversation with, so it makes sense that you would do Tiny's voice.
I don't know, he might get mad at me. He might think I stole one of his people.
Bad shiny.
Stick your mom on you.
Hey, look, you gave Tiny ideas. Tiny wants to put souls in jars.
Ooh, can I do that now? Is that one of the ones I learned? I don't remember.
That's a terrifying question.
So I have 3 speak with animals things because Abouri has speak with animals, my paladin has speak with animals, and Blessing of Okeano has speak with animals.
You can really
So it's
talk
not
to
jars.
But-
It's tiny silver cages.
But
I can put souls in.
one of the speak with animals is only for aquatic creatures.
Yeah, but is the other one just completely? Yeah.
Okeano, yeah.
And I can't change my paladin one because it's just the automatic paladin one.
Well, with Abouri, you can cast it at will, and I don't think there's a max number of castings.
Okay. Yeah, paladin
She also
is
gives you the ability
cast.
to speak with plants at will.
Okay, so it's to speak with animals and plants.
So with that, if you want, do you know how to change your spells?
Yeah.
Okay, because I don't think that's one of the, it's not one of the automatic ones for paladins. So on the Dex and Long Grass, you can always just trade out that paladin and speak with animals.
For mine, it's always prepared. The animal one.
Is it from the paladin?
Which ability gives you that?
Oh.
Because we're the same class of paladin.
What is it?
My speak with animals. It shows
Okay,
that it's
so
always
that just
prepared.
means that you need to go back into your character sheet and figure out where you selected speak with animals.
And then choose
Oh,
something different.
you are absolutely right, my guy. My bad.
What?
It's always prepared because of the paladin pick. Just levels upon levels. But now we can cast it at will. So it doesn't even have to use that spell slot.
Which is nice.
Will's not new.
No.
It's me.
And I think it depends on which will you're asking.
I guess it's true.
Because sometimes when there is a will, there is a way.
Alright.
Zach, do you remember how much that gaming chair was when you bought it?
It was actually a gift from my mother
Oh, okay.
that my big fat ass broke. You talk about my fat ass?
My brother bought one, and I want to say it was like 75 on sale.
75, really?
On sale.
Yeah.
Why are you thinking more?
Well, I saw one and it was Final Fantasy themed, and I was like, oh, I want that one. And then I saw how much it was, and I was like, nope, I don't have $600 just blow on a chair.
God,
And,
Yeah, that one.
Yeah.
That one is about what he had.
Yeah,
About
yeah.
100.
120.
120.
I was just like,
Yeah.
I can't justify
About
spending
100.
more than a gaming console on something that my cats are gonna scratch up and sleep on.
Man, it was very comfortable.
What? This
I
one's
bet
got a
it
little
is.
footstool.
I
That's
mean,
pretty awesome.
if it was like 100 or 200, then I could justify
it's a
it.
pretty
The
But
one I had was about 120,
yeah, yeah.
and it was very
So
good.
that seems more reasonable.
Yeah.
This one comes with a built-in footstool thingy.
It looks like a doctor's table. Look at it in your back of the dentist's office.
Alright,
Alrighty.
I'm not ready to talk about that. The
So what?
chairs in doctor's office.
Oh, I got you.
Okay, but that's just because we couldn't. roll.
That sounds like you problem.
I maintain we would have been fine. It would have just been an embarrassing long amount of time. Let's just say that's 7 damage.
Session 32.
I've titled this one New Friends. That's good.
I like friends, especially the undead kind. Are the new friends?
And haven't we been traveling for like 3 weeks together at this point? Because it's like weeks.
Like throughout the
between-
campaign?
No.
No.
For
Since
For
Gorth.
Gorth?
When you guys picked me up from the sanctuary
I
way
think it's
over here.
been 2 weeks.
It's
Yeah.
been 3.
Has it been
It's
3?
been 3 because we are going to get back to Sanctuary a little after Vala's at this rate.
Okay.
And she was going to get back there at 4 weeks.
Okay. So we've been a crew. I've been part of the crew for about 3 weeks now.
It's been a little over 2.
We've been sailing for 2 weeks because we spent a week
Correct.
at the sanctuary.
Because
Island.
Oh, yeah.
And then, so you're going
Yeah.
there, and then it's going to take you about a week and a half to travel back.
Yeah, I told you we were
So
sailing
yes, you're gonna get there at the end of 4 weeks.
And that's where we're
It's been a
heading
little
next,
over
is back to the port to meet with Val.
Sailing 2 weeks. We met you in the first couple of days, so we're together for about a week on sanctuary.
I love how quickly you guys designed that.
I've got a system down now.
Trey's
Makes it very
fucking-
easy.
He's a madman. He's a resin madman.
Alright, so who wants to start our recap? Who wants to go first?
I got something a little just short,
Well,
sweet,
I
to the
came
point.
at the end, right? So I should probably go towards last.
Well, thank you. So, Call of the Forgotten Kingdom, previously on. Orion and Crux
Yoda.
died. Then I had to start a fight with Olagu because he decided to zombie him.
I had
Pulled me through the dimension door, which pulled me into the water,
That was your
which took
choice,
me to the
didn't it?
Feywild, which was nice. Get to reminisce with home, which put me back in the water. But I summoned my crab, so he came and I didn't have to swim. Just stayed under the water a while following the boat.
I gave Artymiz some space because she was a little angry.
We ended up
For
delivering
no good reason.
several Godstones, but my mind's still on Orion's death and getting back at Olagu for what he did. But now, we're in a forest on Abouri. We ran into some wildlife and I feel so at home, seeing some squirrels and foxes and birds. And then when the wolves came out, that was probably my favorite spot. I feel just like one of the kin. But Gore, this new guy, tried to fight with the wolves, but luckily I was able to calm everyone down and they led us to the way, and then some nice little bears came out and said hello as well. We found the temple and placed the stones, and now I'm just hanging out outside waiting for everybody and hanging out with the wolves.
You missed the most important part. The introduction of Gorif.
Well, so I've been chilling at the sanctuary for like 3 months, and getting kind of bored. The whole clan's dead. All I want is revenge, but ain't nothing happening around here. Then all of a sudden, a group of heroes, I guess you could call them, stumbled into the sanctuary, and I actually heard of these people. Past 3 months, all I've heard is nothing about stories about. Did you hear about these heroes replacing the Godstones? They're amazing. They're geniuses. They're just this incredible bunch, and they use magic. Now, to be honest, I don't know anything about magic, but I do know that they're in the action. So they end up talking to me. We crossed paths. They offered me to join. I got nothing better to do, and this is the best chance I have of killing some Mezzalon. So we stick around Sanctuary for about a week. End up heading off, sailing off to different islands. It's a first for me. This is the first time I've ever left my island. But they seem like a good pair. Lynn's the boss. Olagu's crazy old / young man, turtle man, who does a bunch of weird stuff with what I guess is magic. Artymiz is real private. Doesn't really talk very much. But she's pretty cute. Then we got Zordon and Strat over here. She's like a capable fighter. Looking forward to seeing him in action. So we got those 3 Godstones replaced. It was a lot easier than I thought it was going to be. It was starting to make me wonder what's taking them so damn long. It was this easy, just putting 3 in just a couple weeks. Jesus.
Good questions, good questions.
It was
But
Orion's
still.
fault.
I'm looking forward to getting into some action. And I'm just in for the ride. What's that next one? Anybody? Does that fill in the gaps?
Oh yeah.
I think that covers most of it.
I think it does.
Yeah.
Alright, so we good?
Yep.
Alright.
I think so.
So, it is late in the afternoon as you guys sit on the coast of Abouri. Are you guys going to do anything before you take off?
So remind me, what kind of place is this? Is it a forest? Is it...
It's heavily wood.
Oh,
Yeah, it's heavy wooded areas. There's a couple of small villages, but they're mostly they're mostly supported by trade. So it's a lot of ships going in and out for the most part.
Okay.
I have my bag of holding, so I'm just gonna walk around gathering a bunch of just miscellaneous things off the ground and just around to
To use for your
craft potions
potions.
and stuff.
Okay.
Sweet.
Are there any animals around us?
Birds, squirrels, bears, wolves, foxes.
I'm gonna spend my time while walking back along. I'm gonna fall back a little bit. I'm just gonna be chatting with the animals. It's been a minute since I've been able to do this. It's really nice.
Anything specific you asked them about, or just general conversation?
I mean, like, I ask them if there's been a lot of mezzoloth around here, and then I show them, like, I kind of tell them what I mean by that. And
Oh, they don't like them.
absolutely valid. I don't either. I'm gonna ask them what they would change if they were in charge.
More forests everywhere, all the time.
Everywhere, all the time. Alright, that's valid.
Less water.
I'm gonna be like, well, I can't really help you with that one, okay? I'm gonna ask them if people around them are nice.
They leave them alone.
And then I'm gonna say, you all are lovely. And I'm going to facilitate a conversation between Tiny and a creature about of his size. And just kind of like allow them to share ideas back and forth. But if Tiny talks about like putting souls in a jar, I will not directly translate that.
Tiny just wants to play with the shinies and he wants to keep all the shinies.
I'm gonna talk to Tiny about how they don't want to go in the water, and also how they deserve to have like a fun life, but maybe we can come back and visit every once in a while.
He says we can always put them in cages and then I can come visit my shinies.
No, we're not doing that. We're not doing that. We're not doing that. Cages make people really sad, friend.
But then they're always my shinies.
Well, your shinies will always stay with you in your heart. And then I'm gonna have like a whole heart-to-heart conversation with what it means to carry people through emotion through this baby kraken.
Is Shiny's alignment evil? Because it's a birth of a crack, Tiny.
Chaotic
Tiny.
neutral.
Probably.
I think
so.
when we talked about it, he is neutral,
Is he
and
neutral?
it's kind of up to me to help guide him.
How far is too far?
So I am very much trying to be like, no, free will. Ability to choose. We're not putting people in cages.
That's good to hear.
I'm trying to raise him right.
Yeah.
She has some rough competition though.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, that's true.
It's the only reason why I have anything going for me is the fact that Tiny does not like him.
Alright, so as you guys get back to the ship, was there a mushroom spore, or was there a spore on the ship?
Not that I'm aware of. I know we had one of Val's for sure.
I thought we talked about there
I-
being a spore somewhere.
I
talked
didn't plan
about
on this
putting
one.
one on the ship, and then I remembered thinking back, stretching my mind backwards, that I don't know whose ship it is, and I don't know whose hands it's going to go into after this.
Mm-hmm.
So I did not put a mushroom on the ship.
No spores.
So we have
However,
no messages left for us.
I will ask Zordon to send to Kai first, and then and I
We refuse to learn something.
will. I'm gonna write out the message to Kai, and then I'm just gonna ask Zordon to give Val an
If I learned
update,
it,
and that's
you'd
really
never
an updated ETA.
What sort of message would you like sent to your uncle? You sent to Kai, sorry, brother.
My brother, not my uncle. Hold please, I'm gonna write it out.
Jen, Kai.
Kaiju?
Well, while you're writing that, I'm gonna run to the ladies' room.
Uncle brother.
She can do a lot of those. And he points to Midah, who's doing pull-ups on like the mast with Fuego sitting on her shoulders.
It's pretty impressive. Been watching her for a while. Not in a creepy way.
No, I mean,
Got good form.
yeah.
Big tape. I'm a little too heavy to lift up that many times.
She is of smaller form than you.
1, 2, 3,
Not as much
4,
muscle.
5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11,
So where you
12,
from?
13, 14,
I'm from the Feywild. It's a sort of alternate dimension.
Alternate dimension.
Yes.
Sounds like a crazy magic fancy word.
Yep. That's one way of putting it. When I lived in Baldur's Gate for a little while.
Never heard of that either.
That's
I don't get out much.
once the walls go down, you'll be able to visit that.
The walls.
You know, the giant fog that keeps people from leaving Atlantis.
Thought that was just clouds.
Yeah. Well, I mean, technically you're not wrong, but the clouds that you can't pass through.
It's always been like that though.
Yeah. Well, apparently there was a time hundreds of years ago where it wasn't that way. Obviously that's before all of our times.
40 years ago.
40 years ago. I'm still too old for me.
Yeah.
Always been.
I was speaking just generally. Wasn't trying to be exact.
Hundreds, less than 100.
40 and 100 is
Hundreds,
a big difference.
less than 100.
It's like
Well,
60,
it could be a different
60 up.
amount of time outside of the thing. 40 years, it could be like a hyperbolic time chamber, but
It was 20 years outside. It was 40 years inside.
okay. Well, I
We've
didn't.
already established that time difference.
I see.
The theory of relativity. I have heard of that.
Mm-hmm.
That I've heard of. Are you out here with us? Or are you in your room doing your potion stuff?
She doesn't have her potion room.
I don't have my potion
Why
room.
But you got
boat.
stuff to make potions, right?
I'm in my room doing some things.
So in a room,
In a room.
She's in a room.
A room.
It's not her room, but it's a room.
It's a room away from everybody
She's
for the
making
moment.
it her room.
A bunch of clinking and clanking.
What I wrote
Maybe.
down.
Okay, I'm gonna send in on Kai privately.
Mm-hmm.
3 more replace, making headway to the 4th. Any updates about winter or the storm? Gift named Gorth has joined us. Lynn loves you.
By Webster.
I want to know what you actually said.
Okay, thanks, love you, bye.
Look at things that we made.
So that's private.
Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead, and I'll cast the same thing on Val.
If you are going to Eistoro, use caution. Mezzaloth are checking papers at port.
And we don't use the port.
Commander at Silvari is dead. Talk soon.
Savari has apparently perished. I don't know who that is, if that means anything to you. We have to use caution if we go to Eistoro, but it sounds like we're going to go meet up with Val and gather the rest of our shit before going there.
No, I think the plan was to go to
Store first.
Eistoro first.
We don't think it'd be wise to grab our Artemis potions first.
We are going to pass right by it.
Oh, okay. I
Which
see.
one is?
Eistoro's
this one?
Godstone is going to be right here.
Oh, it's
somewhere around
gonna be
here.
right here. Okay. Oh yeah, we're right next to it. And where is our boat?
We're here on a board.
We're on red.
No,
Talking
I mean,
about
I'm
Val
sorry.
is all
Val.
over
Our
here.
boat, yeah.
Oh, it's
We're going to find out.
Oh.
He's going to ask Val where she is right now.
Okay, sweet. She might be actually on the way.
Got another color.
Ghost ship. The legendary black pearl.
Val,
Oh, sure.
how's your progress?
Thank
We
you.
placed 3 more stones.
We're building.
Where's your location and ETA?
I'm about a week out. I'm due north of Sanctuary. Should be there soon.
So she's up here somewhere.
So she's due north of Sanctuary. She said she'll be there soon.
Did she say a time frame?
No, she just said soon.
She said she's about a week out.
We don't know that.
Did she say a week out?
Yeah.
No. All I heard was soon.
I figured this was Alex radiating, not Zordon.
I thought it was Lordon because it kind of turns to the accent.
Yeah, she just said soon.
Alright, well, I still think it's our best bet since we're already here. If we can come up with a plan to infiltrate. What are you called? Zavros. To find the Temple of the Story without drawing the attention of the Mezzaloft. That would probably be for our best bet.
Okay.
Because we're already here, so we might as well.
Talking about killing some Mezzle. Yeah,
You're up.
I'm always down for that.
Hey, are we gonna get underway soon?
You done working out finally?
Yeah.
We've been at it for a day.
Has it been that long?
It's called a warm up.
Oh,
I
you're just
mean-
getting started.
Yeah. I can go a while. Anyway, are we talking about killing some stuff? That could be nice.
Sounds wonderful.
Could be good.
Is that what we're doing?
Could be fun. So, what do we know about Zavros and the Temple of the Story? Do we know anything? Like, if we go to any of the small villages, would we be able to find that?
You know that there's basically a large college on the island.
Oh, is this the one where we don't know where it is?
Yep.
And you don't know which school building is
It's fun.
the original temple.
It's fun. I like that.
Place of knowledge, my expertise.
So going down.
So,
So going to this one
yeah,
is the one where we don't know exactly where it is.
yeah. So we don't know exactly where it is. We know that it's on the island, but it's a sprawling college, and so there are a lot of academic buildings.
Hey,
Well,
how many places can it be hiding?
Well,
How many?
You
I mean,
can just
I could narrow.
search,
I could
yeah.
narrow it down.
Yeah, we can all search.
well, I mean, like magically.
Yeah, I have like a radar or whatever, like a compass. They can point towards it.
That's a pain.
Can also do that to.
However, you know where you do is find stones, is to find a temple. How would you find the temple?
Wouldn't they?
You describe a name or object that is familiar to you. So
Oh.
we could describe the like
Temple
main,
of-
No, I was gonna say main statue
Yeah.
in
So
which the
what
Godstone
does
would be placed.
what does Eistoro look like?
You have a children's book, don't you?
I do. So I'm not again not yet to demonstrate anything to me that tells you that you respect my beliefs enough for me to bring out the theology book. So we go to the children's book,
Which has pictures.
which has pictures, and I flip to Eistoro's page. What does Eistoro look like on my children's book?
As it pops
He
up.
is he is an owlin creature,
Ooh.
Oh
Oh no!
and he has this cloak that hangs partway over his eyes. It's this dark purple and black cloak, and it hangs over his partway over his eyes most of the time, and just hangs it on his body.
I don't know what that book is, but I want it.
Huh?
That fits my vibe.
That's a, yeah, so it's a cool.
Does that fit Trey's vibe or does that fit Olagu's vibe?
Okay, no stuff.
All right.
So
So this is Eistoro.
he's an owlin.
He's an owlin. He wears this cape. Generally, is what we've seen thus far is that we would be looking for a statue of Eistoro, the owlin, with his cloak, and their hands preferred, like asking for the stone.
Does he have hands or is it more like claws?
So you know how birds have, and I'm gonna call it and ask them to sit right here, and I'm gonna give an impromptu lesson in bird
Well, I mean, is it
anatomy,
like Orion? Does
asking
Orion
for,
have like?
Claws of Eden.
But the claws are the
Yeah.
feet. So the claws are the
He
feet.
did have humanoid hands.
Okay, so it's it like Orion?
So in the children's theology book, does it picture his hand like elongated feathers, or are they like claws?
They're like elongated feathers.
So they're elongated feathers. So I'm going to draw you into this, and we're going to give an impromptu lecture on bird anatomy and feathers. And I'm like, this would never be a claw.
I have some of Orion's pelts. Give me like 5 minutes. I'm gonna go back in
I
and
think
start.
you're officially our mining.
That's just birds, man.
Does this look good enough? I'm gonna make like a little miniature thing out of the pellets and pellets that I had that shapes.
Could she roll for that? See how well it comes out? She goes in there, she takes my pellets. Orion's pellets.
I've had 5 pellets on me for a hot minute.
Because you know how owls eat, right? Because they eat the whole thing and then they puke up the stuff they can't digest. I eat bones. I eat bones and like a bunch of little
Hair.
mouse mulch.
Like pate.
So she's taking little bones and she's making a little statue. She's nervous.
There's not a skill check for that.
There's gotta be.
Performance,
Performance, right? It'd be performance.
It would either be sleight of hand or
Either,
not performance.
or your
performance
tools.
is charisma.
Yeah.
Okay.
I have
Or
artificer
tools.
tools.
So
Yeah,
I would
tools.
do either sleight of hand or dex, or straight dex.
Sleight of hand makes sense.
So 18.
It's 18. So she's pretty damn good.
Yes, she takes
Little mouse bones. Little mouse bones.
She takes the mouse bones, pellets,
Oh, that's
and makes a recreation of
I'm
an
gonna
owl.
see if I can't get an owl to sit on me so we can have like a side-by-side comparison of this is what it looks like on an owl, this is what it looks like
I know what an
skeleton.
owl is.
And then why did you freaking have claws?
That's pretty
Because they're different
Arts
when
and
they're
crafts.
humanoids.
Alright, thank you, friend. And then I'm gonna let the owl go.
It looks nice. You made that? You
Yeah.
did that? Wow.
She's got away with her hands.
I'd say so. That's something.
So it was an owl you called your
Yeah.
So this is what we're looking for.
I see.
And I'm just
Well,
gonna set it down and
I will keep
walk
that in
back to my
mind when I
room.
cast.
I make sure that Tiny stays on me and is not taken away by the owl.
I will make sure that when I cast locate object, that I will keep that in mind.
You could probably remember that.
And I will,
That would probably never leave your mind.
before I let the owl go, I will softly ask it to, I think it before its time, and I give it like a small piece of turkey.
Okay. It takes it and leaves.
I'm really hoping that that wasn't Eistoro and like an animal. Because now I'm afraid.
Okay.
Oh my god. That would be a twist. Okay.
This is the first time I'm not allowed to place back in Godstone. That would be really funny.
So you guys make your way over
Take it
to
away.
Zavros.
Do we have a plan? So while we're
So you
sailing,
told us that they are checking passports or papers, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Why don't we just mist onto the island?
Would we want to do that? Because we don't have somebody here to maintain the boat.
What do you mean missed onto the air?
In the same way that we missed it up from the volcano.
I'll take care of it.
Oh yeah.
I can protect the boat.
You sure?
Yeah, I mean, I've got backup.
If
Like,
we're
did you
not
send me
gone for more
bullshit?
than a day, I can leave my undead
She's
with
got
her.
it. Say what?
If we're not gone for more than a day, I can leave my undead with her.
Okay. That sounds like a good idea.
So you'd have backup. Would you be okay with that?
What do you mean if we're not gone for more than a day?
If we're gone for more than a day and I don't recast the spell to control them, they go wild.
Okay, so if you're not back before then, when should I start destroying them? And if I do, will they fight back?
They will not fight back unless with my command. And I don't know. No, I'd say to be safe, I do it several hours after dawn. But if you do it by dawn, it'll be fine.
Will they listen to me before then?
If I tell them to.
Will
Can you
tell
do
them
that?
to?
And then I'll just, like, before the hour's out, I'll just have them, like, jump off the boat or something, or I don't know.
That'll work.
Like an inside check to make sure that I believe that he's gonna.
Tell them to
Sure,
listen
go
to you.
19.
It's gonna be in the 20s or 30s, depending on which one I do.
Okay.
But I mean, yeah, you think I'm being truthful?
Oh
How-
dear.
Yeah, you do.
Hey, you. 3 jumpy jacks.
I haven't pulled them out of my bag yet.
Oh. Well, I thought. Anyways,
Just going crazy.
how long is it gonna take us to get to Eistoro?
To get to,
Yeah, how long
The
is that
island.
journey?
Yeah.
About a day.
Just
Day
about
and a
that.
half.
yeah, it's not
Okay.
very long.
So
you guys aren't that far.
are we gonna have the time to sleep before then?
Do a long rest?
Yeah.
So I am
Where
missing
is
a little bit of
Eistoro?
health for my epic wolf fight.
You did immediately one-shot both of them.
Alright. So do we have a plan?
No. We were first trying to figure out, are we getting a long rest between now and then?
Yes.
Okay. And then for the plan, like, so we know that this is OC. So we know that there's Mesoloth checking paperwork. They're checking paperwork. That, like, I've seen a picture of a Mesoloth. So they're just out there, like, actually grabbing papers, like, in a civilized way, or are they doing it like barbarians taking over a
I
town?
can't tell you that.
We don't
So
know.
we don't know. We don't know that yet?
All we know is they're checking papers. We don't know how.
Do we have to go straight
We
through?
technically have papers, but we're also wanted.
But do we have to go straight through it? Can't we go around it somehow?
They're just checking papers at the port, is what we said.
Right, so we don't have to go to the port, do we?
Can't we just pull up on a random cove or beach?
Swim in.
An
And
unpopulated
just
part of the island?
travel on?
Yeah.
Like, what's this mountain terrain look like? Or this island terrain? Is it like a mountain, or is it hilly?
So, boop. So you have to go. So there's straight through these aisles. This is the main travel port, and then this is the dock. This is the docking area.
Okay.
Ships will dock all the way out here, and then boat in. This is mainly a large college campus. The whole thing is basically a college. There are some small houses and businesses that support the school, but it's basically just a school. So it's all college kids. This is a mountain terrain to the east that goes from south to north. But this area is where most of the boats come in.
So, is it possible, do we think, to
This is the main.
Can we just
dock
beach
of
ourselves over here, then mist over the mountains?
I don't know. How long
Or
will
if-
it take?
Or if we don't want to mist, we could park on this side, where there's a beach right there, and it just leads to the back of the school so we can avoid the mountains altogether. Those are two options. But we also don't know what it's like to travel through these aisles,
This is true.
and going in front of this might draw attention from there. So,
Because we've been in this neck of the woods, but it's been a long time.
Alternatively,
Oh god.
You guys have not gone east of Eistoro before now. Of Zavros before now.
So where's Tor? That's actually what I was thinking of. Yeah, I was thinking like we've been in this neck of the woods thinking of Tor.
alternatively, we only need to get within 500 feet, because I now know Arcane Gate.
I see. What's that?
Arcane Gate, I create a linked teleportation portals that remain open for the duration, which is up to 10 minutes. I choose 2 points on the ground that I can see, one within 10 feet of me and the other one within 500 feet. A circular portal 10 feet diameter opens over each point, and the portal will open in space occupied by a creature. The spell fails, cast is lost. The portals are 2-dimensional glowing rings filled with mist, hovering inches from the ground and perpendicular to a point you choose. Any creature or object entering the portal exits from the other portal as if the two are adjacent to each other.
What if we turn
Yes,
ourselves into Mesoloth?
That says that you have to be able to see a point within 500 feet. I don't get how you see any point within 500 feet.
500 feet is fairly easy. That's less than 2 football fields. A football field is 300 feet.
Exactly. I can't hardly see to the other end of a football field.
Oh!
How do you see anything beyond a football field?
When my
We
eye
have,
isn't
we have
injured,
spyglasses, probably.
I mean, I also just don't have bad eyesight.
that's an interesting point to
I don't
right now,
eat, well, I mean, I don't either with glasses, but I still can't see the other end of the football field unless you're telling me that I have worse eyesight and I could get my eyes checked.
I think it's also one of those things where it's I can see I'd be able to necessarily make out like the details, but I can see like the area.
Technically, if you're on the ocean, you can also see for miles if you're in the
Yeah.
crow's nest.
Okay.
Would it also stand to reason that we have a spyglass that would assist him in making pinpoint?
I need no spyglass.
I would assume that there's a spyglass on that ship.
So,
So we only need within 500 feet of the shore. We can all just get onto the shore where we want on the island, without having to actually dock the boat or go.
well, what if we did go through the port? Is there a way to disguise ourselves? That I could wear a hat? I mean, they're not even looking for me.
They're not even looking.
You would be great.
They're not looking for him.
They are not
We
looking.
can just give him a bag of holding and we can all hide in it.
What about transformation? 10 minutes.
That's possible. You can do that.
Or become invisible for an
What's a
hour.
bag of holding? You can
Hey, watch this.
Invisibility.
I open a small little pouch in my hip and I pull out an entire skeleton. You want to see me do it again? I just pull out 10 skeletons from one
Just
time.
pull out skeletons. What is? This is a little much for me. I'm gonna take a break. I'm gonna start walking away. Just gotta take deep breaths.
Midas
This is blowing my mind.
Mida's gonna follow you.
I just mentally command them. They all just
Start doing the Macarena.
dance back into the bag.
He can't look. He's just looking out the horizon. Just... Continue. He's not there to help anymore.
Okay.
That's too
So
bad.
you guys have been tippy-tapping around. What is your plan?
I'm gonna cast invisibility, not now, but when we are initially gonna go onto the island.
Well,
So
what if
when-
they have true sight? They can just see you.
Do Mezzalot? I don't think we've established that Mezzalot have.
But
true
if
sight.
there's a Drider, I don't think.
No, not all driders do.
Not all
It was
driders.
that special drider that did.
I think at this point the Driders there would be the commanders, and I'm really hoping that when Kai said the commander at Silvari was dead, he was talking about the Goofy.
Goofer.
Yeah.
Goofer might make a comeback.
So
He might be the big bad.
So he makes a good point. We could, if Midah is willing, have her pilot the ship within like view of the beach, and then we could very quickly hop to the beach, and then that way we're not even making like
And
landfall. of the
alternatively,
ship.
how fast we travel with the mist, we don't even need to be close to the island. We can travel there easily within the time frame.
Yeah.
I can absolutely do that. Val taught me how.
You really want to become a little whiskey.
It's
don't
super
you?
easy.
It is super easy. I do agree. I mean, so with that, it's kind of hard to navigate once you're on the ground to like look for things.
Well, we only need to get past the papers.
Hey Zordon, are you an Atlantean or High Elf today?
I'm currently an Atlantean.
Dang it. Okay, so we can't let you walk around willy-nilly.
Yeah, sorry.
Because I mean, Gore, you could very easily, like if we put you down on shore, you could probably navigate the easiest. Do you have papers with you?
Oh Lord.
Yes.
Did I stop at the BMV before leaving the island or at the sanctuary? Did they issue me any paperwork?
No.
Did they tattoo my arm?
No.
No?
So our IDs
No,
from
I
Sanctuary
don't.
wouldn't work here.
No.
I
Gotcha.
don't even know what you mean by ID.
To be entirely honest, I'm not entirely sure either.
So we just need to avoid them altogether.
So we just need to avoid them altogether. I mean, if you want to.
So there's places you can't go without like a piece of paper?
No, I think you can still go there. It's just you might fight faster than if you have to.
Draw a lot of attention.
Well, I mean, like, just walk right past
You guys know that at ports you gotta show like documentation as to why you're there, right?
I mean,
And for our boat, we had to use our coin to prove that we were owners of the boat.
we could just kill them, right?
Yeah.
Well,
The
it's
Mezzalot?
it's a big city.
We need to not stop at
Yeah,
the port.
that's at friendly points.
We need to
Perhaps
not
port is not friendly.
approach the port because the port is probably going to be the place where we're going to get in a hot seat real fast.
Yeah.
So we can't use invisibility?
I mean, we might be able to use invisibility, but that doesn't change how we're going to get onto the island. You're absolutely right. We can windwalk onto the island, and then once on the island, turn invisible.
What about flying?
Windwalk would allow us to fly, but it's when we become clouds.
So it's more just by being sneaky. Like I think invisibility would come in handy. It'd be nice to not be seen.
Show of hands who can use invisibility.
Can I? Do I know invisibility? What
And I
level
have
is invisibility?
potions.
What level is
We
it?
can
Oh,
make more.
So
Okay.
You,
we could
you can do
potentially
that
all
too.
become invisible.
First one. I think. Does it hurt?
It does
No.
not. It does not.
except when you trip under your feet because you can't see them and where you're stepping.
Well,
Alright.
I've been experimenting with some elixirs so I can heal us, give us swiftness where we can walk 10 feet for an hour, give us resilience so we get +1 to our AC for 10 minutes, boldness, we can roll a d4 and add the roll to every attack roll or saving throw for a minute, flight 10 feet for 10 minutes, or transformation, we can turn into anything we want for 10 minutes. And then on top of that, whoever drinks it also gets an extra 2d6 temporary hit points.
What kind of transformation are we talking about?
Kind of like the Ultra Self spell. Have you heard of that one?
Maybe.
You mean the disguise self?
Ultra Self.
Well, here's a counterpoint. What if we use that to alter Lynn's thing, alter your appearance so you don't stick out as much?
She can wear an eye patch.
I'll stay on the boat, and Midah can go with you guys because they're not looking for her.
How confident are you in steering the boat?
I have a +9 in survival.
But not in seafaring?
He's not trained in the ways of the sea.
I am not. But I've watched Val do it. I could just mimic. I mean, I'm not
That's
trained
not
in it.
quite how
That's
it
not.
works.
So we're not talking about rowing in the port either. So you would still be steering the ship
On the high seas.
on the high seas. At that point, it would make more sense
Well,
for you to take the Godstone into Eistoro and to replace it in the temple, and for me to stay on the boat because I can at least drive it.
we're still a day out, right? That I could revert back
You
potentially.
could potentially.
Well, let's
That's
see
not
how good I
guaranteed,
do at driving the boat on the way there, piloting the boat on the way there, and Midah can teach me.
All right.
Like a student driver.
Yeah, I mean,
Student sailor.
I've watched Val do it. I just have
You're
to
gonna see
mimic.
me in the background.
I've only ridden in canoes. I've never sailed,
Okay.
so.
Alternatively, I clear out the docks by making them think a tidal wave is coming.
I don't.
You can do that
Let's,
too.
that sounds like a lot of attention to draw to it. So,
I mean, lots of choices.
how many of those alter self things do you have?
4.
Oh, so I mean, so you and I could drink one. Okay, so
Well, they're looking for all of us, think for you. We're all wanted.
Well,
But
it's
the
up-
royalties are the ones that stand out. Right?
They're the ones that stand out.
And it only lasts 10 minutes.
And I spotted them right away at the sanctuary.
so maybe
it was
the
you guys.
mist thing
I
would be
can
the
shake my
best.
head.
Would be the best thing.
Oh, that's good.
You know, most interactions with them, I've been my younger self. Maybe they won't recognize the older self.
Are you not younger right now?
I am younger than right now.
I thought you couldn't control the
I
transformation.
can't. I'm hoping I get lucky like he does.
Insight.
No way.
He's
No way it's been raining this whole time.
Get lucky.
Get lucky.
So the question
do.
is,
I'm
whose
well aware of what
deception is
that
better?
Where is it? That's going to be a 32.
Damn it, mine's a 24. It's not even a bad roll. Try to catch it. Oh, I'm sorry.
This is like plus 15.
I know, but mine's a +8. Like, that's not anything to sneer at.
My deception's plus 15. My persuasion's plus 10.
Yeah,
Okay.
you rolled one higher than
So
me.
let's head to where Eistoro is located. Zavros.
Zabros.
Okay.
Not Zabros.
How are you guys getting through the port?
Do you want to do
It's a lot
windwalk?
of decision making, okay?
I think we're
That's what I'm figuring out.
I
I was
know.
not expecting
It's-
this to be so much decision making.
I got you. I mean, so are we going straight in or are we going around?
Midah,
Yes,
if you are still willing to steer the boat,
of course.
we can do windwalk and try and find an isolated place to kind of touch down and kind of one by one come back to
That sounds good.
existence, and then maybe become invisible and sneak around and try to get through.
Yeah.
Yeah, that sounds good. Okay. Does that sound good to everyone? Does that sound good to you?
Yep.
Sneak around
How
walking.
far out are you guys stopping?
Well, we're looking for a clearing, right?
Do we want to come around to the side of the
I
island?
know we could
If
be
we
a couple
can.
miles off the island and still travel quickly because it's 300 feet per turn.
Okay. Well, is it so? I know you said you have to pass through here first to get into there. So if we went around like that, would there be any problem going that way and then looking for something on this side?
No.
That'd be fine. I think that's what we did. Avoid the mountains.
Your boats would probably stay
Yeah,
further
yeah,
out,
yeah,
like
sorry.
out over there.
Yep. So we'll be on this side of the island. And
That'll
then-
be okay.
Do we see
Yeah,
a
we can
clearing?
go almost a mile a minute.
Yeah. Can we do it? Can we see a clearing? Like a beach or anything
You
like that?
see like a grass cliff top.
Okay.
Is that where you guys gonna
Is it like a
teleport there?
cliffside?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So there's a whole cliffside. Waves are crashing on the
Yep.
like that, and it's got a whole like grass on the
Yep.
hilltop.
It's just a sheer cliff face.
Okay.
And then at the top you can see grass at the top of the cliff.
Okay. So this looks like. Can your guys' special magic thing get us up there?
I believe so.
Easily.
How fast does it go?
300 feet per turn.
300 feet per turn, so it boils
50 feet
down
per
to
second.
3,000 feet per minute.
Oh wow.
I don't know if I'm ready to do that again. Okay.
So I am going to use a charge of the necklace and prayer beads, thank you again, bud, and cast Windwalk.
All right.
You know, that has to be my biggest regret.
It's giving Windwalk. Other prayer. You roll for a pair of beads, or did she only roll for you? I tell you,
So I have like a limited number, and there's only
Yeah.
one that's kind of like my choice. And up to this point, every single time I've used it, it's been Windwalk.
Nice. Okay.
Yeah. Her one choice was the wind walk, and it's the one that has been the pain in my rump.
It definitely gets around a lot of problems.
I mean, it works really well,
You
and
got a clip?
I can't argue about it.
Be a fart for 8
I
hours.
can cast Bless, I can cast Cure Wounds or Lesser Restoration. I can cast
Goober
Greater
has a pair of
Restoration.
those. Like he's at one of those.
Like, that was the reason I gave it to her, because those were things
They're
that
so
you guys
nice.
actually need.
It's perfect for a
And then one, your choice. Windwalk.
All right, good luck, guys. I'll just.
Smite it.
Hey, you.
I leave 5 skeletons with you.
Jumpy jacks. Does he do what I say?
Yes.
Sweet. You can stop.
He stops.
Does it sound like a maraca when he's...
Very much so.
Alright.
You can start a new
I also have, I put my cloaks that I keep on me over all of them, so if a ship passes by, it doesn't look like just a skeleton ship. So they look like cloaked figures.
So a little less attention.
Just a little bit.
Unlike the other ship in which we want more attention.
Okay. So here we are. Parks. We're traveling up the side. Yep.
Yep.
Alright, you guys run into no problem. Do you change right at the cliff? Or do you
We're
guys
gonna
decide
get
you're
close
going
to the town, because that should be fairly easy.
Right. And as close as we can get, furthest we can get on the island, less walking and exposing ourselves.
So long as there's a clear place where it looks like
We can
nobody
also
else is
fly
around and
over the
change.
town and look, see what the guard situation is like.
We might
Yeah.
do that first.
So,
Miss.
why don't you guys roll perception? I want a group perception.
Why don't we search as Miss? Because we can go through cracks and go through all the buildings up
It's
against
8 hours, right? Just have a whole day of just being missed, searching the whole island up and down.
You said
Any closed
perception.
doors or locks we can just fit through cracks?
Sorry, I'm just learning a lot.
I'm not noticed. Natural 20.
Oh, look at you,
Nice.
buddy.
Good carrying me.
Mine's a 14.
You're a good dice today. You're staying
Okay,
out.
mine's a +7, but it's a 4, so it's 11.
15.
I like the +7 though.
That's what I rolled.
It's pretty nice. you rolled a 7.
I rolled an 11.
So here's what you guys find. You guys find a trail leading from that cliff all the way down to the city.
Okay.
And in the city, you find that there are shops and things like that. It's like a really nice college campus with a town built into it.
Okay.
So like you guys see like multiple college buildings, and each one is its own school. So it has its own like specific. It's the college of whatever, and you guys see that all the buildings, most of the buildings are pretty large, but they vary in size. Of them have like that old Gothic style architecture to them, and they have like the vaulted ceilings and things like that. And then you got the small little buildings by comparison. They're businesses, small homes, dorms, things like that. There's not much in the way of guards on the island, but if one of you managed to like wisp away for a minute, you would see that the Mezzoloth are following the portsmen, the people who are in charge of docking the boats at port, because this is a well-used port. That they are following them around and making them check papers and then watching over their shoulder, and then like getting growly and mean and things like that. But it seems like a really small contingent of Mezzaloth, because
When you say
most
small, I mean less than 100, less than 50, less than 10.
less than 50.
Okay.
You get the feeling that they're basically just trying to control the port, but you don't see much other presence.
Does the town look like it's been destroyed in any way? Does everything look just fully intact? There's just Mezzaloth running around.
Yep.
But only in the port or also in the town?
Like
itself?
most of them are out in the port. You guys see one like every once in a while walking around, but they're few and far between. It's not like there's a lot of them.
Okay. Okay. So where are we laying?
Well, I think we search as
We're
pilots.
searching, right? Yeah. That's what we're doing. That's what we just do there.
So we can fly through buildings, under buildings, anything where there's a crack. That's how
So we
wide.
just want to search the schools.
How are you guys gonna do that?
Oh, so I can't cast locate object as. Yeah.
Right.
How many schools are there?
Yeah. Because you need to like use.
There are. One, count. There are 7 schools. Would you guys like to know what the 7 schools
Absolutely.
are?
There's
Absolutely.
7 schools.
7 schools.
Oh. Wow. Okay.
So there's the School of Science, the School of Biology, the School of Magic, the School of Religion, the School of History, the School of Piracy, and the School of Reading.
I love that biology is not part of science.
And the
And that
Godstone.
piracy is separate.
We're looking for a Godstone.
We are looking
We're
for the
looking
place
for the
to
temple.
put a
Okay.
godstone.
So
I have a
what's the God?
godstone. He's the god of knowledge.
Which is
So
like
to help
Help.
Eistoro.
Science, biology.
I don't have like an inkling that it's gonna go one way or the other into something. I think that it's equally
I feel
probable.
like the religion building's a good one to check first.
Yeah. It's
I-
religious, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, like I'm happy to do that. I kind of think he's gonna be in history.
Could be.
Well, the other thing you guys noticed, I kind of forgot to mention it, but I should have,
Is
is
that there's
there
an
are
anti-magic
owls
somewhere.
flying around
You
everywhere.
just. There's what?
Owls flying around everywhere. And in fact, if you guys were to follow an owl, you notice that owls seem to like to attend lectures.
Man, good thing we
I
got
remember that
Orion.
now.
It's a good thing we got Orion.
I feel like this is where he would have gotten his high blessing.
I already told him, but yeah.
I already know.
It's okay, his corpse can get it.
That's so fucked up.
So what were those schools again? Science, biology.
Magic, religion, history, piracy, and reading. The only school that you notice that really stands out to you is the School of Magic. There's a lot less people there,
Yeah.
and even less professors.
Okay.
But you see that there are lots of people like on waiting lists to get into the school. So it seems to you that people are probably more interested lately about getting into magic, but that prior the building was largely unused.
Okay. So is there like can we touch down on the top of like a building, be out of sight for most people to transform back?
There's probably an alleyway that would better serve you.
Okay.
I would
Are you
do
talking
that
about
way.
going through each one of the schools and like searching as a part?
I don't think that that would be faster
Why not?
because quite
We don't have to
honestly,
wait for doors.
Let's go through the keyholes.
that's the beauty of having hands.
People
Because,
won't stop us either.
yes, however, will you know what you're looking for? Especially if each and
Yes,
every
I've been to
college.
every single temple.
No. Especially if each and every college has its own temple. Will you be able to tell which temple it needs to go in?
Then I find the temple in every college, and then I tell you where they are.
We don't have a way to communicate with one another, so we either have to all sit together. We cannot split up and look for clues at this point.
Oh, we absolutely can.
Okay, well, we're never gonna find each other again.
Disagree. It's so easy to find each other. We all stand out.
We're literal wisps on the wind.
I mean, they your call boss.
Well, we can't communicate this, so I'm assuming we had a plan going forward. The question is,
Yeah,
we
right.
were going to stick to the plan to find a place and transform back.
Yeah, because that's what we said, so that's what we need to stick to.
So going to the alleyway, I will go ahead and start transforming back.
Yeah.
So I will be
will too.
incapacitated
Yep.
for a minute.
I
But you don't
follow.
have to, buddy. You can break.
Oh no,
You can
there's
break
enough.
faith a little bit more.
There's enough bad will.
You mean you're not going to lean into this? Encourage it a little bit?
He walks that line very carefully.
I'm gonna wait a couple minutes for you guys to become capacitated before I turn back.
Incapacitated.
Okay.
No longer incapacitated.
That one, whatever the word is.
So it's one person at a, well, yeah, so long as the first person's up.
And then I'm gonna put my hood up, try and like stay back.
Yeah, I'm gonna use my cloak of many fashions to make myself look homeless.
Nice.
They don't judge here.
Huh?
You made that look easy.
Yeah.
Smell
Smell
you
it.
didn't bathe her.
Smell it. It even smells like I'm homeless.
What does it smell like?
Cat
It
piss.
smells like cat pee and burnt coffee.
It's pungent.
He pulls a change cup out of his pocket. Spent change.
I'm sorry, I don't have it yet.
See, you believed it.
That makes me think of, have you guys watched NCIS?
Absolutely.
There's an episode where Timmy has to go undercover, and they spray him with cat piss to make him smell like a homeless person.
Oh,
Yikes.
Not a good time.
Should I go ahead and cast locate object, see if I can detect it?
If you'd like.
Are we gonna need to be fast? Because I suggest my elixirs of swiftness.
I think that would be better served by not necessarily looking like myself at the moment.
That's probably best.
I mean, I have
You could make me invisible.
4 of the transformations of elixirs.
Or you could make me invisible.
Did you get that? She has.
Because then you could ask people around.
But it's 10 minutes, right?
Or you
10
could
minutes
make me
each. That's
invisible.
40 minutes.
That's not wise.
Lynn, she has.
10 minutes each. Yeah, I'm trying to bully him into making me invisible because that's
No,
a
only
fun
lasts
time.
an hour.
10 minutes versus an hour. Did you hear yourself?
Yes.
It also, I mean, if you're invisible and they see that you're invisible, that might make you stick out.
Might be more suspicious.
So where are we now? We're like in an alleyway? So do I hear any movement, like footsteps or anything
Yeah,
like
people
that?
are walking around all over the place.
That's a lot.
No,
Or just people? Okay.
Do I see any students?
Yeah, students are everywhere.
Is there
Have they
a?
noticed us?
Is there?
They're the one, most of the footsteps you
Is
hear,
there a
and everyone's
uniform?
like wearing like robes.
Elixir.
Is there a uniform?
I know what
Just-
to do. I will pass as a
The
professor.
people you
No.
recognize to be students are all wearing
Here,
black robes.
take a swiftness
But
too. You can
recognize
drink the
that there are,
swiftness,
like,
have plus
other
10 to your
people
speed
here
for an
who
hour,
are not
and
wearing
then
the black
when you
robes.
transform, you can walk faster.
Are
Okay.
they just like generic black robes?
Yes.
That's perfect. That's what I got.
Uh,
That's literally how I describe the robes I hold on to for my undead.
yeah. So I'll
They're
see
not
it.
tattered and they look nice and they have.
So do the ones for my undead. They've been unused this entire campaign.
I'll see a student. I'll change my cloak of many fashions to look more
Like that.
I
like
had to
that.
rebuy them at Fortana.
That smells like freshly opened books.
It does. And then I'm going to cast locate object on the statue of Eistoro.
What does it look like? What do you do?
Okay,
Just
yeah,
looking
so
right
I need you to do.
L for locate
Calling
object.
somebody a jerk.
I don't know, would that be a performance or a history?
I mean, I wouldn't hate it if it was performance.
Says the bard.
I think I'm gonna go history, because this is about you being able to recognize the statues.
Would anybody like to guide me?
Can I, instead of guiding him, cast locate object doing the exact same thing? 'Cause I'm
Natural 20
Damn it.
Okay,
for a total of 26.
so you do get a really strong feeling about what direction the statue is in.
I have a
I
strong
rolled
feeling
25.
of what direction that statue is in.
Because you're.
Locate object.
Also,
Oh, okay.
before we go any
I
faster,
thought it was just because you were marking yourself as a loser.
No, you said what does it look like when I
Yeah.
cast a spell? It's
L for locate.
I'm new to magic. I want to know what it looks like when I cast it.
I took the elixir of speed and then an elixir of ultra self. So I look back like Triton Lynn.
okay.
You also get 2d6 plus 4.
I'm gonna lead the group.
I am
Why?
following in the back.
What?
Restorative regions. Whenever a creature drinks an experimental elixir you created, the creature gains temporary hit points equal to 2d6 plus 4.
Do you want to go roll
And
them on the?
that's what the giant dice are for?
Yes.
Why not?
I'm following too.
4 plus 4 is 8.
Temporary.
So hit points, nice.
Follow me.
So I'm gonna link arms with Olagu and like chat at him because I'm enjoying this as I make him go faster.
You're such a kind student.
not a student.
Do I get the feeling that with my limited knowledge of schools and everything outside my tribal village, that I'm gonna look really fucking weird with a giant
No, it's all
ass?
the privacy.
I want you to roll
Yeah, with
insight.
just my
but
loincloth.
I want you to roll insight, but with disadvantage, please.
It makes sense. I know nothing about the situation.
I've already figured it out.
Should we do a group
Your
deception?
piracy.
That would be a 3 and a nat 1.
Yeah, you guys have fucking idea.
Can
So,
it be persuasion?
I really have no idea how they're gonna perceive me.
Nope.
Can we do group deception as
Oh,
we go towards where I'm locating this object at?
Can I do persuasion because I look like my old self and I feel very comfortable in my body?
I guess I'll come out just acting like everything's
Yes.
normal.
Yeah, you're not gonna roll anything. Everyone else gets to roll a
Yes,
deception.
I'm not even trying to deceive.
Come
Can
on.
I do persuasion?
Come on,
I'm just
Yes.
being myself.
Thank
Not 20.
Luck of Fortana.
There you guys are going.
23.
18.
Looking good.
Would I be able to see if there's any
I rolled a 3.
clothes
I got it.
for
So it's
him
18.
to make him look for like a robe or something that he can use?
No, I'm gonna do it.
17.
Oh, your deception. That's amazing.
We'll wait for Ryan.
What everybody else rolled? I missed.
18.
18, what'd you roll?
Don't mind me.
23. What'd you roll?
Not 20.
Oh, nice. Oh, so we all did pretty well. We had a nat 20 just offset
I mean, I
that.
rolled a 3.
You rolled a 3?
Plus 8, plus 15, so 18.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so somebody should correct me. So who rolled that 20?
Me.
You did? So you're going to correct me. Make sure I stop doing what I'm doing, because if not, I'm going to start telling people things I shouldn't tell them. I'm going to start making it very obvious what we're
Well, do we know if do we figure out if the school piracy is learning how to prevent piracy or how to be a part of a pirate?
Become a
It's
pirate.
learning how to be a pirate. So
Learn
it's
how to
like
be a pirate?
learning.
That's
It's
you.
learning
Perfect
like
for Lynn.
seafaring and the rules of the seas and all that kind of stuff.
That's what
you
you're
know
here
that stuff
for.
that I told you at the beginning
pirate.
that you guys forgot about.
They forgot about that? Something
I'm
like
the
that.
only one who didn't learn how to drive the boat.
No, I didn't.
I mean,
Ryan and
since
Kirsten
we-
learned. Yeah, that's what I mean. Ryan and Kirsten learned.
you guys had no interest for it, so I just kind of let it
I
go.
learned seafaring. I didn't know there was more.
No, it's the rules. It's the rules of the sea.
Oh yeah, Olga doesn't care about that. He has his own
But
rules.
it's actually
Hey Ryan, you want to grab me a Cheetos,
No,
please?
absolutely not.
If there is one.
There should be one.
Your favorite, crunchy.
Yes.
So you like crunchy those? Do you like crunchy peanut butter?
It's
Right.
not the same.
I'm not a big,
So different.
I'm not a big fan of crunchy peanut butter. Do you like the crunchy peanut butter?
Right.
I like
Mind
creamy
it?
peanut butter.
I like creamy better, but I will eat crunchy. That being
Creamy
said, I bought
peanut butter
a huge thing of
bow.
crunchy.
I think I'm gonna have a bowl of creamy peanut butter tomorrow.
Do it.
Beautiful.
Look, I can't chew anything right now, and I want peanut butter.
Yeah,
Never
absolutely.
be
This is
warned,
soft, so you don't need
you
to do
can't
this.
pack your lips with peanut butter because it creates a suction when it sticks to your
Yeah,
mouth.
I know.
Just be
Mmm.
careful.
So little
bits at a time.
If you could make like a smoothie with peanut butter, then you'd have a better chance because
I
it's
could-
a
I could
different
use-
consistency.
Yeah, I'd have to eat it with a spoon. Because I can't use straws to hold it.
But if you like a smoothie bowl,
That might work.
We have ice cream sandwiches. I don't know if they'll be easy for you to chew, but
I can't chew anything. I'm not allowed to chew, period, right now.
Alright, so how we do? God?
Alright, so you guys make your way through. For a while, people are staring at you because the Griff is like walking
Gift.
around and
Gift.
nothing. The gift, sorry, is walking around in nothing but a loincloth and
My suggested
waving at
loincloth.
people and then all of a sudden Artymiz is just like,
Calm down.
have a cloak.
You throw a cloak over me? Nice, you threw a cloak over me. Oh, thanks. I had a manta-ray one, but it wasn't.
So yeah,
I'll use this one.
you look a
and
little cold.
it takes you about 30 minutes, mostly because you're trying to find your way around the school, but because of your locate object, you guys do find the School of Reading. It is a smaller school, and you see that there aren't really owls going into this particular building.
Owls can't read.
So you said it's a smaller school, like how small? Like,
It's probably about half the size of all the other buildings.
does it look like it's run down? Or is it still well maintained?
It's reasonably maintained, but it's not nearly as well kept.
So it's been neglected a little bit. Interesting. Okay.
It's the theme with the rest of the Lucy.
Old like me.
That's where your
But you're so young at heart.
little
Yes.
milkcake thing is telling you to go?
Yes.
Looks like a great place to bury his body.
So,
Where who's spot?
how do we get inside?
Is there a door?
Yeah.
There's a door.
It's a college. You just open it.
Yeah, she just opens the door and it opens.
You open
You guys
it?
step in. It's practically abandoned in here. You see a couple of people moving around, walking through. These particular people seem. So I want you all to roll perception.
Perception?
Yep.
Nat 20.
I'm gonna luck a Fortana that.
My perception's around 20 today.
26.
18.
Another nat 20.
Also 18.
That's slightly better. That's an 8.
Everyone but Lynn notices that the people who do walk around this building, they have nicer clothes. Look at their robes. Their robes are made of a nicer material. They do have gold pins on their lapels.
I don't notice the police.
And all of them are carrying around like lots of documents and things, and they're like moving from one place to another in the building. So these people seem, I don't know how you guys would perceive it, but higher educated, higher like
Grads versus undergrads.
yes,
That's not accurate.
Are they?
doctorates versus undergrads.
You said they're like owlins?
So they're
No.
crying in their room.
These are not owls.
Yeah.
They're just
People?
they're
Just
just.
humans? In cloaks?
But there aren't any owls coming in. There's a single owl on a perch up in the rafters, but no other owl has come into this building.
It's not the owl that I talked to yesterday, is it?
Will you please roll insight?
I thanked it.
Who's it?
What is my insight? That's gonna be a 13.
You have no idea.
Oh, fucking hell.
Honest, you talk to that owl.
Woo!
No, I mean with a spell.
I mean,
I'm going to continue with the description of the building. The other thing that you guys notice is that there are statues in the walls along this building, and there is a statue on the far wall across the other side of the foyer. So you guys came into like a large entry foyer, and there's 2 grand staircases going up to either side, and there's doors behind the staircases that lead to other parts of the building, and then against the far wall is a large owlin statue.
Is that Owlin holding out its hands?
Yes.
I'm gonna approach it and
Me
start
too.
doing the normal. I bow and I pray.
I have though.
Okay.
Just watching this.
I sit in his chair
Do
and
you
read
do
my
anything
spell
else?
book.
I'm gonna.
Do we just do the thing?
Like for reading the magazine.
Well, we're in the college of reading.
would
so I'm
I
used.
recognize that owl with having keen mind?
Read it to me.
It's remember everything you've seen for the past 30 days
Yeah.
perfectly.
You always know which way's north, the number of hours left in sunrise, sunset, and you can recall anything you've seen or heard within the past month.
Yes.
Hey, that's the owl that I made the little statue of.
Am I paying attention to that? Well, I'm praying. Yeah, I am. Actually, that was a natural 20. Of all the things to roll that on.
Nice.
So I hear you say that with me yesterday, while I am praying in front of the statue, and I just kind of look up, and I turn back around, and I look at the owl, and then I will bow to it.
I'm just gonna wave to it.
Do you place your Godstone?
Yes, I will place the concert after that. Do you want to try?
You go ahead. You
Alright.
got this.
So you place the Godstone into the owlin's hands, and it stands up and places and holds it against its chest. And as it's doing this, light seems to pulse out all around you guys. And for a moment, everyone is blinded. And when you finally blink your eyes open, you guys are in a room of light. And all around you, you watch as walls seem to come up and there's bookcases and full of books and stacks of books, and there's a single table with a lamp on it that you recognize as some kind of study. And you are in a giant room just full of books.
That's my dream come true.
Mine too.
Is that
And then you hear a hoot, and when you guys look up, you see the same owl sitting on the perch, and it flies down, and then it lands in front of you guys and turns into an owlet.
So I'm purple now because I'm blushing.
Uh,
Because I'm putting the dots together.
hail and well met.
Hail.
Eistoro.
I was rather pleased to see that it only took you one try to place my stone.
Well, we've done.
I've been watching for a while now. I thought your conversation yesterday was quite interesting. I was glad to be your model, so to speak.
Thank you for participating. I really appreciated it. I feel really embarrassed right now. I'm glad that we were able to restore your power to your beautiful place of learning.
These fools have taken centuries to and they still can't figure out which one is my statue anymore.
Why is
Really?
that?
Well, it only took you guys one try, so you haven't looked at all the other buildings, but every building, the foyer is exactly the same.
Oh.
Because they were all built to represent me, apparently. And they forgot who I am.
This is a beautiful library.
Well, now that your power has been restored, you can, I guess, let them know who you are.
Oh, I gladly will. However, I'm quite interested by the journey that you all have been on. Can you tell me what it has been like up to this point? There's much information that I have missed over the last couple of
What?
So we're a bit of a ragtag group, and I especially am not put it together yet how we were able to come through the mist or how we were pulled through the mist. I know it was intentional.
We were unconscious during that time.
Yeah, we were unconscious during that time. And I will give like a synopsis of essentially what we've done, and
This guy literally just joined us.
mention specifically to
I
Eistoro
am Gord.
that we
Nice to meet you.
had friends.
Yes,
after
very
something.
interesting case indeed.
What's the name of it?
It's usually a compliment. Orion used to say stuff like that. Stuff like that too. He used to say things were interesting.
We recently had a good friend pass, sacrificing himself to save.
I heard. I had been greatly looking forward to meeting with him. I had a proposition to make, but
Well,
I do not think any of you are quite in the position
Yeah, that's fair.
that he.
He was a very, very wise and knowledgeable paladin.
it's true.
He will forever
We have-
and always be missed.
We have
It
one
was quite sad that he was stuck with that other soul. What did he call him?
crux.
Crux. Yes.
Made him mean chili though.
The other one I felt was quite beneath the outline.
My hand moves to my sword. Sorry. We have another companion that's waiting for us on the boat. Is there any other knowledge that you can impart onto us?
Well, since you have been so kind as to fill me in on the things that I have missed, I will grant each of you the opportunity to ask me a question.
Oh God.
What kind of question?
Any question. You'll find that I have many answers.
Okay. Who wants to start?
They're like, wait, we now need to figure out what we want to ask.
How do you spell this guy's name again?
Eistoro. Istoro.
Yeah.
I don't know why I had to say it
Blow the fuck away.
like it's a spelling.
What the hell's happening? There's towers of books.
Except in the Matrix, it's just guns.
The guts. Lots of guts.
Do you like to pretend to be old all the time? Oh,
It is no pretense.
it's a funny thing indeed.
Many things are.
So we all get to ask a question?
Yes.
One question?
Are you wanting to ask us a question as well, like individually?
No. He kind of talked to all of you guys as she was talking. I mean, he might ask the question, but I'm listening so bad right now.
This is a big moment.
Big moment.
This is like the wish moment.
No, that one was really easy. I knew what I wanted.
I've got a question, but I'll
Only
wait for you
because I
guys to
accidentally
ask
killed
yours.
I think you can go ahead.
Uh-huh.
If she's got hers ready. I know it's a good question. Go ahead.
How many licks does it take to get to the center roll, the Tootsie Roll Pop?
In this universe, how many? It's a good
Roll a
question.
D100.
That's a great
It's a
question.
good question. Yeah, roll for it.
I feel like it'd be more than 100.
One,
How
two.
crazy
Maybe 100 times a D8.
There you go.
Don't forget to write that down once you get the answer.
Yeah.
Because next time you go to a shop, you'll have to see if it's accurate.
It's gonna be lore.
Have to buy some.
301.
Only one.
Very specific.
Nice, very specific one.
That's a very
And
important one.
Yeah. All right. Hey,
Interesting question to ask.
and it's canon. Let's see how accurate it is. You get to decide.
I'm going to create a whole note page that's just titled the 301 licks to the center of the Tootsie Pop. Just so that when it comes up again, it's easy.
No, you bring those down.
Like there's like a study on this campus about it. Like they have like a couple hundred students do
It's
it.
science.
301's the average.
Always.
No, it's not the average.
It's
That's
exactly.
the phenomenon.
It's
It's always
no matter
been
what.
301.
Until you
There
have
is
that
no
one guy
standard
They
sheet. It's
tongue
zero.
abrasivity. Like they tested everything. They took into
It's
account
a
all
one
variables.
commonality among all races.
This is where a lot of the resources and funding in
Good
this place
God,
goes to.
Who's got the next question?
Well, she took mine, so I gotta think of it.
You're really gonna ask that?
No.
Okay, so Gore doesn't know anything about this stuff. Like, he's very shocked when it comes to all his god stuff and everything. He's very simple.
Right, the thing that you should be worried
So-
about is your village.
Right, so do I get an inkling that he would know something like that? Like, he's just an all-knowing
Yes.
god?
You know who Eistoro is.
Okay.
You know.
But I'm convinced that this is actually him, because that's trippy to him.
Yes.
It's like, holy shit, you're actually like standing here. Okay.
You would get the overwhelming feeling being in this place in front of this owlin that this is 110%.
Okay. Then I would ask. So it's nice to meet you. I hear a lot about you, but didn't think I'd be able to. Was there any way that I could have done something differently and saved my village from the Mezzalop?
I think if you hadn't consumed that drug, your people would be just okay.
Oh, I don't know what you mean by that, but alright. That's my question.
I've always felt it was an odd choice, spiritual journeys.
I think that's kind of what we're on right now. There's just
Such a high chance of psychosis.
yeah, I might want to come talk to you about that after all of this is said and done.
I'm gonna be sitting here just getting in my bag of holding and just messing with my potions while you guys are chit-chatting.
Do you two know what you want to ask them?
Can I shave off some of your tusks?
I'm seriously surprised.
It's not that I don't have questions, it's I don't know which question.
It's that there are many that keep me up at night or wake me up in the morning,
Took some of my
and
tests.
some that are.
Just shake.
Did you consent?
Yeah.
All right. That is strange, though.
It is
Um,
strange.
There are some that I want to ask for personal reassurance, and others that I feel would benefit everyone instead.
Knowledge is not easy.
I did not mean to stump you.
I'm going
It's kind of
to.
fun.
I have mine, but I'm going to ask it in Elvish.
How rude.
You want to text it to me then?
Yep.
Who all knows Elvish?
So somebody
That's-
Oh, just tiny.
Tiny's telepathic.
Yeah, but they understand celestial and infernal and primordial.
I don't know. I just know common. I'm a basic ass bitch.
I'm a dwarvish.
Are you trying to see if your comprehend languages prepared?
I don't. It's very sad about it. And I mean, if I had 10 minutes, I could figure it out. Because it's a ritual. But I don't
Does
have it
time
prepared.
work differently in here?
Does he answer me in Elvish?
Yes.
You see Stratos like almost look shocked. Okay. Thank you. He says
course.
in common.
I feel like you're speaking a different language.
It's Elvish. It's one of the most beautiful languages there is.
I know it is.
I wanted to show respect by speaking it to him. Since I need to work on my respect towards the gods.
You guys normally do stuff like this?
Well, I think this is a first.
Oh, okay.
Hmm?
Oh, that makes
It's the first time I think a dog's called to all of you guys.
Sure. I'd like to ask what an undercommon. Does anybody know undercommon? I will
Did
message
know
you.
that I have 5 different questions written out, Elizabeth.
You're just trying to choose which one?
Mm-hmm. OC, one of them is, do you have any good parenting books that I can use to help raise this kraken?
I understand this is one you might not be able to answer immediately.
Okay. Send it to me.
Once I finish that video.
Elizabeth, I'm really excited to know what you thought I was going to ask.
I'm aiming high.
I'm the paralysis. Oh god. So many options.
However many options you have, roll the die.
Oh. What's worse? I guess I would like to know where to go.
Oh dear.
Oh.
I so badly wanted to see your reaction.
That sounds worrisome.
Do you just all of you say that out loud?
Do you react when you get the response?
You see a big smile spread across his face.
Oh
It's kind of creepy.
Yes.
Did you just ask how you can kill a kraken?
No.
Not a dragon turtle.
No.
No
OC
response.
first.
Those the words.
So you still deciding on yours?
That's not. I'm just letting you know. This is what I'm sitting with.
She sent her the list.
Can I choose which one I answered?
Sure.
You should probably choose the one that's best for you.
Uh huh.
God knows.
You could send that in a variety of ways,
big questions. Oh my god.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
This one,
6.
the second to last one. That's really.
Good lord. Can I read this to the
Yeah, you
group?
can read it clear.
Oh yeah.
How do we navigate Vessi's rage? Are my parents okay? Do I have the potential to become a good ruler? Do you have any good parenting books to help me raise this kraken? How do you navigate Survivor's Guild? Can you teach me to send so I can communicate with people over greatness?
Wow.
That's what I was like. Oh
that is her thought process with all of this.
All your
See,
knowledge.
I just love that is like slipped in the middle of everything else.
Oh my god.
Good God, Mariah.
You might have to just Google the answer to that one. It's like, what does the expert say?
Just give me the book on parenting as like a self-help moment as well.
Exactly. Focus on something bigger than yourself.
There is no good answer on this one. Sorry, God.
You should feel good though. Just get that from a god. How to navigate Vessi's rage would be interesting.
Right.
How to navigate the storm.
And I was also very specific. Can you teach me how to send so I can communicate with people from long distances?
Have him teach you how to send. That's a good one. Like asking him to
He
send.
seems to get contemplative.
Are we playing this like I accidentally mumble all of those out in a long string of things in Atlantean? Or is he just going mind to mind at this point?
No, we're gonna say you ask all of those questions in a single string.
Okay.
And he's just gonna answer one of them.
Alright.
He seems to get contemplative. He does one of these. And then he turns around and goes digging through his books. And he pulls out a book called How to Raise a Monstrosity.
Woo!
Goodness.
Nice.
And hands it to you.
Thank you.
Of course.
I mean, where else are you gonna find
How
that
to
book?
navigate? How do you navigate Survivor's Guild?
That's a
wrong.
that one. That's
There's no books for that.
Yeah. I got nothing for that one. Oh my gosh. I'm glad you read that to the class.
That was funny.
Sometimes I really want to read the things that you
that's
guys
good.
send me.
That was a
You
good
need to make
one.
like a booklet of your favorite ones to share at the end of the
Okay,
campaign.
yeah.
All right.
Alright, so it's
But that would take me weeks to put together.
Oh, I'm sure.
We can hang them up on the wall like decorations to reread back the
Just
little
write 'em on the
tidbits.
wall.
Just make a collage. of favorite
Exactly.
clippings.
Can we just like make the biggest one? How do you survive? How do you
Survive.
navigate Survivor's Guild?
And then have all those other things.
Just hanging off of it.
I like to keep it spicy, you know? Keep you guessing.
Let's do it. I'll make a spot on the walls for it. Specific.
All right. So after thanking you guys for your time, he kind of seems to wave his arm, and then you guys are hit by blinding light again. And when you blink your eyes back open, you're standing in the middle of the foyer to the College of Reading, School of Reading. And every person that was prior in the building is now in the foyer staring at you guys and knows 110% that you just placed a Godstone.
Hail and well met.
My hair is red again. In a minute.
Everybody else saw that, but
Yeah.
okay.
Hi!
Hi?
How are you all today?
And then they all just start like cheering and clapping.
Oh, this is new. I like kind of like it when
I
nobody
mean,
else is here.
You
Yeah.
guys just like run away. What do you
Quick, if you
guys
go
do?
outside, you might see a Meslock bursting into flames.
My tail's just gonna wag.
It's not the same.
Oh, you just don't want
It's
to.
gotta be behind you.
Ah. Well,
We'll
I mean,
get there.
it was
Promise you.
Rebecca, kind of.
I have a quick question for someone, anyone who could potentially help me. Do you know of any place on the island that I could potentially buy a sending stone?
No, but we've also sending.
Could I potentially purchase one from you? Or if you...
Or perhaps you could donate one as a thank you.
There's a scroll store that they're starting up in the...
The School of Magic?
Mm-hmm.
Excellent. Well, thank you.
Thank you for not making me say that.
Well, I bid you all adieu and hope you have a wonderful day, and may Eistoro cast his blessings upon you.
And then as you guys walk out, they're like cheering you out and chanting, and then you get outside and people are chanting and cheering as you step out onto the steps.
So, School of Magic?
Should I tell Midah?
And they create, it's like the parting of the Red Sea, and you guys just people continue to cheer, thank you, for a while, and then eventually you just hear all the rumblings and people talking and all the excitement
No. Wave
people
like
running
this.
around.
Where can I get Tootsie Pops?
Do you test the 301?
And you at some
Absolutely.
point see people leaning out of windows and waving at you guys.
At some point, I will put my head down so that the red hairs.
And they
on
give
display.
you, when you get to the School of Magic, they give you one scroll for free. Yes.
Alright.
Or you say they have stuff for sale here.
Yes.
Do a trick with my big axe. Twirl it and throw it in the air to celebrate. Performance?
Okay. Let me see if you chop anyone's head off.
Oh dear.
No.
I've got Revivify on
No.
standby. Oh, do we
Hey,
level up?
17.
Yeah, they cheer.
Alright, sweet. I'm
Um,
happy.
so when we get to the scroll store, I
Poor attention, you
will.
never thought you were going to.
I know, for real. I'm a hero.
Feels
Who
good,
knows
doesn't
that? It was that easy. Just walk in and whoop, put it in. It's been that easy. What's
Welcome
taking?
to
You guys been
life.
taking lots of breaks or something?
We've had
Keep in
combat.
mind, we collected all 5 of these before we ran into you.
Okay, so do you guys leave?
I want to go to the scroll store.
I was gonna look at
So
the.
you're going to look at more scrolls?
Yeah.
Scrolls?
I was
So
gonna
you
look
get
at the
the one
magic
for
shop.
free.
Okay.
Oh, there's a magic
Wait,
shop.
before we pod, should I tell Midah to dock?
We can get to Midah in the same way that we left Midah.
I just figured it'd be safe to dock since the Mesloth are probably gone.
If Midah would like to dock, I guess Midah can. There you go.
Okay.
If
What
we
does the
can.
group, what does
Hey,
the group think?
there's somebody around. Anybody know if the Mezzolith are still at the dock? If there are people still around us.
All the ones at the schools burned up,
It's probably safe then.
burst into light, and they start screaming and cheering again.
Yeah!
Alright, I'm gonna cast Sending on Midah and I'm gonna tell her to dock and wait for us.
Okay.
I want to find some Tootsie Pops. I need to test out this
She
301.
just says, okay.
I can roleplay my character. But yes, she says okay.
I said I want to find some Tootsie Roll Pops and test out this
Every
301.
single time that you take one, it takes you 301 legs to get to the center.
It's like magic. 99, 300. Ready? 301. Look at it.
Is there bubble gum in the middle?
It's a Tootsie Roll Pop.
There's the Tootsie Roll in the middle.
Oh. Well, some of them have bubble gum in the
That's
middle.
Blow Pop.
Blow pop. Okay, I'm sorry.
That's
I know
not a
there's
Tootsie Roll
difference.
Pop.
Whatever.
That one's
What
fine.
does she mean to you today?
In your
Won't forget
universe, you're responsible for this thing.
That's the next question we should ask.
Alright, so what did you want from the store?
I was looking up scrolls, to be honest.
What kind of magic items are available?
Mostly scrolls, some smaller magic items.
Scrolls and smaller magic items.
Did you answer whoever asked if we level up? Or no?
Oh, yes, you guys level up.
You?
Yeah. Every time you place a Godstone.
It's just still so shocking.
And did we get a blessing of anything?
The question thing, I think, was our blessing, wasn't it?
Oh, no.
Oh,
1, 2, and 3 receive blessings.
Who?
Sorry,
2,
I kind of
3,
forgot
4.
that part. Mhm.
Okay.
cool.
That was supposed to happen when you guys. came
Honestly,
back
I
from
kind of
talking
thought that our blessing was asking a
I
question.
thought so too, yeah. That was just like
I was
got a bonus.
satisfied with that. Alright, so I'm gonna take a scroll of
I'm
sending.
assuming they don't have a scroll of Tarask summoning.
That's not a
No,
thing,
they
is
do
it?
not.
Yes, it is.
Remember, they are new
They
to magic.
Is that
That's
is
a
that
legendary
homebrew
scroll.
thing?
No,
There's
it's not true.
no way.
It's a homebrew thing.
No, it's from Icewind Dale, Rime of the Frost Maiden.
Yeah, you're right. It is legendary, so I totally doubt.
Oh my god.
I just saw that. I was like, what the fuck is that?
No, I'm not going to give you a trash.
Might be a good item for a villain to have, though.
Do they have a scroll of call lightning?
Probably. Let me look it up and determine how much it's going to cost you.
Otherwise, how many scrolls of sending do they have?
3.
Can I buy all 3? Or have the one and then get the other 2?
Yeah, give me some. Because these are one-use items.
Well, they have a Stone of Good Luck. It's an uncommon wondrous.
I have a stone.
I know you do. While you look at that, I will work on leveling up my person. Oh, I never chose my feet for my last level up.
They'll cost you 75 apiece.
Okay, so 150 in total.
For the scrolls of sending. What was the other one you wanted to look at?
Call lightning.
We'll go with 80 for that one.
Okay, I'm gonna buy that one too now.
And we're looking for, what was it, Trey?
I'm gonna donate 20 gold to them as well. So instead of paying them 80 at that one, I'm gonna give them 100.
A Stone of Good Luck. Because,
The Godstone?
yeah, Lynn got it recently.
How did Lynn get it? I forget.
I bought it at some point in the last, I think it was the last session at some point, or the session before that.
I don't remember how much I charged.
I don't either. But he's got more money than me, so
Yeah.
they can outcharge him.
He's also super different. I'm going to charge you 100 for it.
Absolutely, I can do that.
It's only 7:30. You guys already placed a stone.
Can I start doing this thing where you're being really dumb and reading while walking for my new book of how to raise a monstrosity?
Yes.
Is it like packed full of knowledge?
Yes.
Excellent. So as I learn this, I'm going to try and implement it with Tiny.
Okay.
So if we can just like make it canon that each night before I go to bed, I spend at least 30 minutes with my theology textbook and at least 30 minutes with my how to raise a monstrosity, and then 30 minutes with whatever trashy romance novel I'm reading.
Yes.
So I'm reading for at least an hour and a half a day.
Yes.
Excellent.
Lynn is turning into a bell.
I think it's more along the lines of escapism. So you're not wrong. It's a fine mixture of this is my responsibility to the realm, this is my responsibility because I made a choice, and this is for me. Your choice on how, if the theology or the Kraken is which is which.
Maccabee.
Hi, Kitty. You do like to sit on my birthday, but I think it's because you want on my lap.
Probably.
Oh no, I have to make a decision now.
Why?
Because I have feet.
Yeah, no, I just got to make it mine. 16.
So, question for mine. I'm making a homunculus servant, and I'm gonna have them craft potions for me while I'm not on the ship. That way.
So what does it say for the homunculus? What can they do?
Do they have stats for them, like for their intelligence and wisdom?
I believe so. Let's see. What is that? Is it a lap?
So, see the creature's game statistics. So look at this guy block. Because that would determine what it can do. How do you spell it? 4, so 5 plus your artificer level. What's your artificer level?
10.
So 15. So 15 HP, speed of 20, flies at 30 feet. So fly. Minimum strength 4. So would a 4 strength and 15 dexterity and a 10 intelligence be enough for it to like mix potions? Like lift them up and
I'm gonna say no.
but what could it do? In the relation to like potion making, anything?
It could like prep ingredients for her.
Would that maybe give like a boost on how many she can make?
Yeah.
Given that she has like a little helper? Or could she like roll with advantage?
I'll let her roll with advantage. That's even better.
You can roll with advantage when making your crafting your potions. So with it, you can see how many you actually make. Yeah, they can do a little hit. It's a very
Yeah.
tiny.
So that I'll use it for battle. I'll use it as a little helping hand.
Well, the cool thing about it, when Trey's character had one, he used the channel magic reaction,
Mm-hmm.
which is the like. Remember the crabs that
Mhm.
like that? Where you toss them at people,
Mm-hmm.
and then you could do a touch spell from that distance.
It's fun.
You could do that.
Snake back.
That was one of the coolest things to see with the use of. I've never thought of that at all. Like, that's really cool. Here, get some crabs.
Did we ever talk about where the crabs came about?
Why crabs in
I
particular?
don't remember.
I feel like we did, but it was never
I
established
don't
at the
remember what they
table.
came about.
But I'm so happy they did.
Crab.
So what are we doing now?
I think some people are still finishing up.
How to
Yeah,
pick
Make
spells.
sure- Use picking spells.
Yeah.
So I looked at the feat for the Great Weapon Master or whatever.
It's not
So-
quite the same thing.
So
but I
mine's
do.
like a lot better. I just want to make sure I'm understanding
Yes.
it correctly. So it is supposed to be like super good. Like so they get.
But
like,
you only get
minus
to use it once
every long rest.
every long rest.
So
And there's a reason you haven't. That's what I'm saying.
okay, because what you to know, I took the Great Weapon Master feat. So if I come into a conflict and I mark that person with that feat, they get a -5 to their AC. And then when I go to hit, I can make a decision to subtract 5 from my attack roll, so I can just make it break even. That's essentially what I do. I just make it break even where their AC stays the same. It's -5 and then +5 from my attack roll. And then with both of those, I do a minimum of 10 damage apiece. So I do 20 damage a pop
Yep.
every hit.
Yep.
Okay, just making sure. So I saw I could do that. So why wouldn't I do that? I just want to make sure it's not game breaking.
There's a reason you haven't.
Cool. Okay, cool. That's cool with me. Then I will maximize damage. That's what I will do.
At this point, you guys don't have any. I'm not throwing stupid skirmishes at you because I know which level
We're
you guys are.
beasts.
There's no reason to send a bunch of skirmishes your way just to waste time at the table.
But there, it is somewhat satisfying to just demolish people sometimes.
It is.
That hurts.
And trust me, there are a handful of battles coming up that I'm just not the type of DM to throw random battles at players.
Well,
I'm not
I
a
think-
dungeon crawler type DM, so.
Yeah, I got you.
Ooh, okay. Which I think you guys have seen this campaign, because this campaign has not had a lot of fighting. I mean, there's been fighting, but there's always been a reason for it.
Yeah. And my personal favorite is when there's a fighting scenario that we could work our way around by doing something else. Those are my favorite.
You guys have
We've been
done
doing
that
a
quite
lot
a few
of that.
times.
Yeah, we get
Well, you
creative with
guys just avoided one.
Yeah. Yeah,
What?
sure.
By
That's all
becoming
good.
will-o-wisps
Mm.
instead.
And
Yeah.
you guys did it when you went to the keep at, what is it?
Was it the one at Westara? The keep at Westara?
I think it was that one where you guys got some really lucky rolls and you managed to get a person out. You managed to get Fortana and
Yeah, we got not Fortana, but
Navarra.
Navarra and
he was our buddy who had the submersible.
Yeah, I can't think of his name. And the water dwarf battle. You guys did some rolls and you managed to get them out without having to deal with anyone at the keep. I was ready to battle, but I was.
We're crafty.
We are.
This
That's why we
campaign-
have so many questions and why we go into long, big long discussions about what things might be like small to you from your perspective. We take it like very seriously.
It's the hear me out. What if we-
What if?
This campaign particularly, I feel like this table has been really crafty about avoiding fighting.
I mean, yeah, you present us with scenarios and we go through. I think we've gone through a lot of them.
Because you've been through a couple of small skirmishes, but then, like, other than that, you guys have avoided all but one of the main conflicts.
Yeah, we're.
There are a couple of skirmishes you guys aren't quite smart enough to avoid, or that you unintentionally started.
Yeah, sometimes we accidentally get ourselves into some doo-doo, but a lot of times we skirt the doo-doo. We do pretty good at just avoiding conflict.
We do pretty good.
Yeah, we do pretty good. Avoiding that conflict.
I don't need to talk about the quality of your shit.
I think you do.
I'm excited for that one.
I did add, maybe I brought it up earlier, I did add the blessings from
I
last
did see
week.
that.
So if you needed to add them, you can. The only one I didn't add was Tava's, because hers was being a bitch.
Yeah.
So you guys just have to hand track that. And I know that kind of sucks, but it's fine. Not many of you guys use melee weapons to begin with.
What level are we now?
16.
Okay, just make sure. Sorry, I thought I was behind. Oops, nope, that's not it.
4 more and you guys are going to be level 20.
Level 20.
No, I'm ninth level spells.
Does that mean we only have 4 more things to put?
Yes.
4 more
You have,
spells?
I think 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, you've got 5.
Kayla, you're gonna want to read that.
Nice.
I think there was one point when you guys leveled up between Godstones, because there was a really long time between the placements of 2 Godstones. And then I
That
think I
makes
ended up
sense.
leveling you guys and I wasn't supposed to.
Yeah, so
That makes
we have one more than initially like we would have otherwise.
So
Gotcha.
at some point what's going to happen is I'm not going to level you guys. I probably could have done it last session, but I didn't think about it. Last session would have made sense, but
Yeah, it happens.
It was in that first little bit, so we were level 3 and we bounced us up to level 4 because we placed our first Godstone in level 12. And so like that was that in between where it happened in the
Intermittent.
yeah, period.
You're doing great.
Because between then and now, the longest we've gone without leveling up is 3 sessions.
that makes sense. It's a good time to do it.
So, with this, I do have the question. Oh lord. Oh! Yeah, sorry, I forgot I got undiagnosed from last time. When I look at Tiny, what does Tiny's aura look like? Because I'm gonna kind of be using that to track how well I'm parenting him.
Good question. Asking the hard questions now.
I'm sorry, was the how do you navigate survivor's guilt not hard?
He's purple with a white halo.
Aww. Oh no, what does purple mean? The white halo is really what got me. Oh man.
Because he was gray originally.
Wait, so he was originally
gray, and now he's purple. So I need to stop. Okay. What ideas then can I pull from the book specifically to counteract that purple influence and get it maybe more towards a green or back to the gray? You don't get to look.
I'm just shifting.
And if you don't want to like throw them out right now, that's okay. We can just establish that I'm actively practicing those things and not leaving him alone in proximity to Littlefield.
Redirection is the thing that comes to mind to you, because you suspect that the reason. Oh, well, how much roll insight before I tell you what you suspect?
I mean, you can tell me what I suspect. That works too.
No, this is more fun.
I probably suspect what you want me to suspect because it's 18.
Okay, so you suspect that most of the purple influence comes from his new philosophy of locking shinies into things, and because his idea of a shiny is a living thing, you suspect that's where most of the purple is coming from. And so you just need to like redirect his attention to different shinies or other ways to take care of shinies.
I will actively start doing that. I am also going to start giving Tiny an allowance. So Tiny gets a gold piece a day to add to Tiny's board.
Okay.
Then
Does he have to do anything specific to earn the gold?
No, it's just, I'm like, I recognize that you're going to need this one day when you're older. You will have a much larger board, but we got to start someplace small. And so one of the things that we talk about is the way that our words hurt people and kind of the best ways to make people shiny, or like to make the shinies shiny. And so I'm really going to try like
So do you just have a conversation with him every day when you give him the gold?
No, it's more along the lines of I give him the gold no matter what, because that's not like, it's not I'm not bartering with him for his behavior, but instead it's like whenever he says something hurtful or something like, I'm gonna put them in a cage, I'm gonna be like, oh no, I'm gonna do the gentle parenting thing. So I'm gonna start aggressively gentle parenting him.
Okay.
And then I'm probably gonna ask again in about a month where his alignment's sitting now.
Okay.
But I like the fact that his outside is white now, not. Nope, that has nothing to do with me. No. Okay.
You haven't figured out what the halos mean yet.
I have an idea. Because at this point, it was established that I have a different color aura, and he has that same color. So I know that part of that relates to the gods. Maybe I should have asked Eistoro that. It's funnier for me to ask on a book, ask for a book on parenting.
My Ghost Train just got
Or
so
how to
much better
survive.
with Mirage Arcane.
Navigate survivor skills.
Mirage Arcane. What is that?
Did
They-
you not like how to navigate Bessie's rage?
No, that's I got 7th level
No,
spells.
that was just my favorite.
It's a spell? What is it? What?
I can now do a mile area, and now it includes touch, sense, smell, and taste.
Enough to hurt?
Enough to make normal terrain difficult terrain, for you to interact with objects that I make appear there, and even if you have true sight see through it, you still have to, you know it's an illusion, but you still have to interact as if it was real.
Oh, interesting. Holy shit.
Because it's just
Can't wait to see you do that. I destroy Elizabeth's ideas.
I mean, he got
That
how many Mizzle up out of that
forest fire was amazing.
All
Is
of
that
them.
One of the best decisions made in that whole encounter. It was like,
And a really bad roll on my part.
yeah,
Yes.
very bad.
The luckiest roll for us that you've made.
Absolutely. Just abandoned the keep.
Oh, and then also some lacquer.
What? Oh my god. Oh, that.
What?
It's where he makes a twin or copy of somebody. As long as he spends how long with them?
8 hours?
No, I thought it was 24.
It's
I
not
think it's
24.
8 hours straight.
You
Yeah.
have to be near them, right?
The homunculus has to be 24, doesn't it?
I don't remember. I feel like there's one that has to be 24, but I also.
Because I remember Quantum having to spend 24 hours with someone.
Is it 24?
No, it's 24 hours. Had to, for Quantum.
It's 12 hours.
And you kept getting interrupted initially.
Yes.
To the point where we almost entered combat without you, because you're like, go away! And we're like, there are Minotaurs, and you're like,
That's how he made his second one.
I have a question for you because it'll determine my level up.
Just half the health, but still all the badness.
and And then we established that simulacrums can live on after another one is created because there was a Woody.
Okay.
Yep.
That was a
That's
very
the
weird scenario. It's
lore.
not supposed to happen, but yeah.
Yeah, it's canon
Which
now.
probably
it
means
can't happen.
that the Blue Wanderer is still existing as well.
Oh my gosh.
What?
Wait. I have Orion's body.
That was
No.
Will that work? No, it has to be
It
alive.
has to be alive.
The galaxy is on Orion's belt.
Or would you just try to put a copy of the zombie?
It has to be a beast or humanoid, and undead technically aren't humanoids, they're undead.
So it probably wouldn't work for him.
Thank God. 'cause
Yep.
That would be a lot.
That would be a lot.
Good.
Alright, are we ready?
I think so.
Yep.
So you guys heading back to Sanctuary?
Sure. Next up. So we got this one. So Sanctuary is way over here. Right? Somewhere over here, right?
Yeah, Sanctuary is where that one's sitting.
This is here.
So I'm
So that's a
going
long
to
trip. So it's 2 weeks, right?
a week and a half to 2 weeks.
Yep.
Zordon, you said you wanted to speak with us. What's around the boat?
Yeah.
Once I finish picking my last thing.
All right, you pick your last thing, bud. You can come to find me when you're ready to talk, and then it'll.
It's your body.
Well, I need to talk to the other person that I mentioned as well.
All
Now
right.
I'm ready.
All right, so
And you also notice when looking at him, normally he has a sheath on the back on his back, but you see a giant ear of corn where the sword is sticking out of the hilt.
Like,
of
that's the handle?
No, like, so the sheath is a giant ear of corn that's sort of wrapped.
Oh, and you pull the sword out of the unicorn.
is that
Yes.
real?
Yes.
That cannot be good for your sword, man. Like you're gonna have to work really hard to upkeep that thing.
I have it all under control.
Did you? What did you do?
So what is it? I'm still confused.
It's an ear of corn.
So, imagine there's a sword sheath on my back, but
Okay.
instead of leather, it's a corn. It's like a corn.
It's an ear of corn.
It's an ear of corn.
Like,
It's corn!
Like how many
Corn on
ears
the
of corn?
cob.
A giant ear
a
of
giant,
corn?
a really
A
big one.
giant ear of corn?
Yeah, and my sword is, but the hilt of it is resting in it.
Does your head look the same?
Yeah,
Like, imagine that with a sword inside of it.
yeah. It looks.
Yeah, okay. So the corn's exposed, or is it the
It's-
actual husk?
It's the husk.
So the husk is on it. Do I see any corn?
You know, like those like hairs of corn. It's
yeah.
like that. Yeah.
Wow.
That's
And is it
interesting.
actually like is it actually made out of like corn, or is it look like it's been?
The sword.
such
I
a good
pulled the
check.
sword out, so you don't know.
No, not that. Not
Yeah,
the
you can see
sword.
like
Sword's
little
not made
bits
corn.
of corn like sticking out of it.
So it's
like,
actually real corn?
yeah, so it's like a big ear of corn.
Wow.
Did you just take a warlock level at your patron's crux?
Are you asking me that in character?
No. This is Mariah being real suspicious.
Crux's soul is overtaking his body.
That's a really interesting choice there, brother.
Oh.
Is there something special about corn?
I have to sleep before it takes its full effect. But I talked to somebody special during our trip.
I'm gonna take a vial and like come behind it and
Ask first.
Are you taking? What are you doing?
And you see it
I wanna test this.
kind of grow back.
Hey, Artemis.
fascinating.
Artemis. Zordon wants to talk to us.
Yes.
I'm aware.
Since the ladies, I need to talk to them privately about my next encounter with my wife. Because we had our first couple of times, I need to make sure I'm doing things right.
You should have slept with that.
You sure you don't want
Absolutely.
to hear? I can get some orders from the man.
Is he talking about the thing that you told me about?
Yeah, he might be. I don't know. We'll see.
It's since they're ladies, I figured they might have a
He
better.
finds things like that.
I
If you don't mind. It's kind of private. It's because I've known them for months.
Do you have any performance issues?
Oh, goodness.
No,
He's just started performing.
yeah, I just started.
He's a new performer.
He's a new
I
performer.
understand. I understand.
God.
Well, you never need to test, brother. You just hit me up. You know I am.
Well, thanks. I appreciate that.
Alright, I'll let you and the girls have some privacy.
And I'm gonna wait for him to leave.
I'm gonna leave. And I'm not gonna listen.
Close the door.
So the only reason I wanted to keep my question to the owl god or whatever private was because it was about the dragon turtle.
Oh, okay.
My question to them was, what is the dragon turtle's ultimate goal? And Eistoro informed me that the dragon turtle is currently dead and has no balls. So I don't know how that affects Olagu's thing. Maybe he'll be happy. I don't know.
Currently?
Yeah, and he just said dead. He didn't say undead. So that's a good thing. It's not a giant zombie turtle thing.
So we should find it before Olagu does.
Well, I don't think he can raise something that big.
I wish.
Doesn't mean he won't
Give my brain a hard
try.
time.
I don't think that he can either. And I really appreciate you bringing this to me. If Nessi did this, he's going to owe her such a large statue, and he's not going to be willing to come through by himself. I do not want to be the kind of person who was to fucking find loan sharks.
I'm gonna need enough potion mixture to make a barrel of things.
Well, it'll make getting the Godstone off its back easier.
Hypothetically.
I can also find out for sure what kind of condition it's in, because I have some extra help. I think I can. Yes.
Where'd you get your extra help from?
The corn?
So, see, I did take level in Warlock, and I asked the DM privately if Crux could be my patient.
Yes.
As soon as you were like, I have a sword cord, and I was like, oh, yeah, you took a level of Warlock with your patient is Crux.
So does that mean if I try to eat a piece of the corn, I'm gonna get whatever his temporary hit points thing was for
I
me?
have to take more levels before we get into crazy stuff, but we'll see.
Did you ever, were you planning on going Warlock?
I thought about it. I thought about doing it.
Which
through
patron did you choose?
Crux.
I mean, like, what type of patron?
We'll find out.
What would he fall under?
I thought about
I think it's
I
a
thought
sword.
about doing it with my having that with my father's spirit. This feels so much better. So
I ain't with you much out.
So you see like the
Crux and Orion.
the ears kind of open up a little bit, and I'm gonna cast Scrying on the dragon turtle. And he needs to make a wisdom save. I'm assuming if he's dead.
He fails.
Okay. Do you remember what Scrying does?
No.
You can see and hear a particular creature you choose that is on the same plane of existence as you. The target must make a wisdom saving throw, which is modified by blah blah blah. So they failed. The spell creates an invisible sensor within 10 feet of the target. You can see and hear through the sensor as if I was there. I can move around in within 10 feet of it for the duration.
So you just want to know what this scene looks like.
Yes.
Okay,
Basically.
so there is a giant dragon turtle. There is blood absolutely soaking the ground all around it. It looks like the dragon turtle had been tethered to the ground, and it looks like it had been tethered for a long time. It was tethered with chains and ropes and whatnot to the ground, and now there is blood everywhere. The shell is half ripped off. It looks like it was lashed to death. Yeah, it's gruesome and gory and very fresh. Very fresh.
So
I've been with you all the whole
You
time.
scribe the dragon?
yeah, the dragon turtle just now.
Do we see this?
No,
No,
I don't
I'm
see
going to
it.
see it.
Okay.
This is
Oh
even
my
know.
god.
So
Well,
So they're okay.
I'm gonna open up my satchel that has water in it, and I'm gonna use shape water, sort of like paint the scene of what I saw. He is indeed dead. Oh, did I see the Godstone on his back?
no.
And the Godstone is not on his back. I'm wondering if Nessi has it, and that's what. Does it look like a Kraken attack?
Insight.
Alright.
Kraken attacking.
Insight or nature, whichever's higher.
Definitely insight. Natural 20 for a 29.
Okay. Yeah. It looks like some kind of octopus-like creature, like a kraken.
I've
Alright.
been with you all the whole time.
So. looks like.
Or all the examples.
So it looks like Nessi, or I mean that's the only Kraken that we know of in the area that killed the dragon turtle. Should we just tell him?
No. We don't tell Olagu, and we let him go find the dragon turtle himself and leave him.
But the Godstone's not there.
Exactly. He'll go search for it by himself with the skeletons, and then we leave him.
Artemis, practically speaking, vengeance rarely gives us the catharsis we hope for. I know that you have a lot of negative feelings towards Olagu right now. But still a part of our team.
Exactly. That's why he goes, and we stay
We are not
here.
abandoning somebody like that.
It's not abandoning him, it's just leaving him there for a moment and then coming back, and he'll find us wherever he finds us.
I can find you
You are
anywhere.
hoping that he's not going to have a way to get back. That's not a solid plan. We're not going to do that.
I think
Where is safe?
We'll find you, bud. If you're not into it.
I think it would be. I mean, he's the one with the direct thing to Nessi. If she took the Godstone off of its back, she might have it.
Exactly.
So you think that we should just go and ask him
Sacrifice
where
him.
Nessi put the Godstone? Or if Nessi is bringing the Godstone?
If that's my assumption.
Alright.
If my assumption is correct.
But has he even started the thing for Nessie?
The statue, I think so.
That.
But I mean, if she decides to eat him, that's his problem.
I agree to that.
Me as well. But
Why?
That's why we just
I-
sacrifice him.
state myself in that as well. To try
Well-
and get us out of that encounter.
At least,
Like a dumbass.
at least we've got a solid building the thing.
Yep. Taking me time. Because you told me exactly what you thought you would want a statue of
She
you to
started
look
it.
like.
So let's get the rest of the group and we'll tell them what I saw.
I did tell you though.
But I wanted the
And
two of
everything
you
was
to know
being done
first.
in your name, and so the accounts are tied to yours.
I'm gonna block the door.
Yeah, it has.
With an at 20, because I don't want to tell him.
Yeah, what's that? Who?
I don't want to tell Olagu.
Oh, so she's stopping you guys from leaving the room.
And I rolled a nat 20.
So, did you happen to also have any questions about potential performance or the way to make it more enjoyable for your wife?
No, that was just a lie. She enjoyed it very much. It's actually kind of her that had some issues, but I mean,
Do you want some?
Does
would you
she
like
need a book?
me to talk to her? Would you
no,
like back
absolutely
about-
not.
Are you sure? Because like
Regardless
honestly,
of
these things
how.
are very rarely suffered alone. So like it's okay. It's just part of the
If
natural
she asks
process.
you on your own, then fine.
I don't know that she knows me like that. I think you might have to offer it, but all right.
She would be lucky to have you as a friend.
I think I'd be lucky to have her as a friend.
So you feel like we shouldn't tell Olagu?
We shouldn't, and
He's
we
gonna-
should leave him
He's gonna find out.
We're not gonna
and
leave
the dragon.
We're not
With
leaving
the dragon.
turtle.
The
We're not
dragon
gonna
turtle's
leave him with
dead.
the dragon turtle. Olagu is a part of our team.
He took Orion's body from me.
I understand that, and it was not okay. However, you taking Orion's body from you,
I mean,
we need him.
Happens to be right.
Artemis,
I don't care.
we need
Nothing
him.
to rest.
We
I
cannot do this without
Don't
him. You're
care.
never getting home unless
I
you
don't
have him.
care, and all of a sudden I'm just gonna shift.
So I have shake water.
And it's gonna be roll
You
initiative.
shoot fire.
Yep, everyone needs to roll initiative.
That's in that room now. Or because I'm not in this
I'm not in
conflict
the
at
room.
all.
Well, these two do.
Yep.
Oh,
And I need flags for people.
I need flags and Artemis flag.
I need Artemis and I need
we're your closest friends.
Zordon.
doing?
I missed a nat 20 by 1. And I need you to know my first action is probably just gonna be splash you with water with shake water.
So
but that's
what
not-
is your?
22.
You have Zordons?
Yeah, I got Stratos. Which is Zordon.
This loss has done pretty good for me.
I'm
so
sure you
far.
guys are gonna do a theater of the mind,
Yeah.
but still, have your mini for inspiration.
Okay, Stratos, what did you roll?
23.
Alright.
7.
Okay. Top of round 1. Stratos, what are you gonna do? Your friends just shifted.
Violently.
I'm gonna cast command,
Okay.
Somebody needs to learn calm emotions.
Chill. Yeah, you need to make a wisdom DC 17 throw.
It
Saving
doesn't
throw?
calm down when
That's
your
all
body
right.
temperature drops by 5 degrees.
I start shivering.
I'm chilled.
You said a DC
That's chill as in emotions.
17. So which saving throw?
Wisdom.
21.
Silvery
The
barbs.
sea dwarf's name was Nelly.
Yes, I saw.
18.
Oh yeah, you
It's
still,
been a while
still
since we
succeed.
talked about Nelly. We've not seen him in a while.
Not since we're in this timeline.
Okay, then I guess I'll try to make a persuasion check then. Artymiz, Lynn and I
enjoy
are
the
closest
timeline
friends in the
culture.
group. Don't do this. I'll roll the 19 on my persuasion.
And what would I need to roll?
Nothing. It's up to you. If you're convinced that you're not going to be convinced of that, you don't have to roll anything.
But leaving him to die is the best option for Orion.
As your fangs pop out.
Okay, I think that's the end of my 10.
So I'm gonna try and subdue Artemis by grappling.
Ooh. Well, Artemis' best things about her is just super strong.
I have it at 20.
Oh,
Really
she's got hers at 19. She's super close.
I know, I just bumped
Both
mine.
are beefy
For one.
tails.
Alright, so it's, what is it?
Strike. This is opposing strike.
Yeah,
throws.
frozen strike throws.
Yep.
Luck of Cortana?
You could do yours too if you want to. Again.
So it's just whatever it is? Just
That
straight?
plus your strength
I
modifier.
forget, how many times can you lock the
So
book
what?
on
Once a day.
Is it the same day?
It's plus
Or is it a second day?
13.
We've already
Would
started
I have to wait to
talking
hear
about
her?
Yeah.
Sorry,
Would I be able to hear her number
I
and
believe
then
it's
choose
still
it?
the
Or
same
could I
day.
just do it?
just like that.
Well, if it's the same day, then I've already used Luck of Cortana once today, haven't I?
Mm-hmm. I thought so.
Okay.
That was kind of
In
why.
which case, that would be a critical fail.
Oh, so okay. So yours is what?
9 plus 4, so 13.
So as you try to grab her, she like goes like this, and you're gonna be knocked back against the wall
Ooh,
for
force.
5 force damage. Artemis?
I don't want to tell him.
That's not your call.
You don't have to tell him. I can.
No one tells him. And I'm going to
Can I have bonus actions to telekinetically shove her back?
That's not a bonus action.
Yeah, it is.
Is it?
Yeah. Telekinetic shove is a bonus action. So I need you to make a DC 15 strength saving throw for me real quick.
7. Dex,
Strength.
strength saving.
Mhm.
Got a 17.
Okay, so you succeed.
What do you think is pissing you off more?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but if she's mad at me, then she's not going to be watching what Stratos is doing.
Both of you roll perception.
13.
That's going to be a 21.
You notice something different about Artemis this time around compared to any other time you've seen her shift.
Alright.
It's like a different aura.
Yeah, you're angry. Oh! Has it been 8 hours since I cast Windwalk?
No.
No.
Then I can just go incapacitated for a minute and become a waste of a win.
But you can still be hit during that minute, can't you?
Yeah, I could.
Yeah,
But
That's what, 6 rounds that you can be hit during?
yes,
That's
and
10 rounds.
if Artemis wanted me to be dead in that 10 rounds,
I'm gonna do an
unless she
unarmed
blew all her
strike
spell slots, I don't know if she'd be able to do that.
on
Me.
Lynn.
So scratch her with your claws.
So does a math 18 plus 9, 27
Yes, that
hit.
hits.
So you're just gonna take 5 bludgeoning.
I miss the days where I could say no to that.
And then I'm gonna also hit my other hand.
Really cool.
25.
Let's do
Also,
that.
it's another.
Another 5 bludgeoning.
I feel kind of
Do
bad
you
for
roll those,
Alex
or is it
having
just
to
your-
trade
It's just hit.
things that actually.
Listen,
And then-
save throws terrible. That's all we had to make him do.
I mean, we figured out ways around it.
Bonus action, long tooth shifting strike. Another 27. So 1d6 plus 4.
Cocked.
Cocked.
7.
Yep.
It's piercing, isn't it?
Yep, piercing.
All right, round 2. Stratos. Artymiz is going on a rampage.
Yeah,
What are you gonna do?
Do I think that
Lynn
this
and-
is? Do I think this is a magical transformation, or a condition?
I mean, it's magical in the sense that it's
Good
a
opens.
feat, but it's not like a condition
It's
that's
not
been
watching
forced
from
on her by
outside.
a magic, if that makes sense.
Thank you.
Trust me, I know what's going on.
Yeah.
This Stratos. Just gone nuts.
Yeah. So
Scratching it
can I make
off.
either a nature or arcana check to see whether or not I think lesser restoration or greater restoration would
Stop this.
Yeah.
stop her enragement? Because enrage might be considered.
Condition effect.
Yeah.
It depends, what's
So
our
which is it?
Do arcane, and then you got to answer the question.
19.
So I think that's a high enough roll that I would tell him if it would or wouldn't.
Lesser would not, because I have lesser, so I can see what that one does.
I can pull up greater real quick.
Greater restoration. You can reduce the target's exhaustion level by 1, or end one of the following effects. One effect that charmed or petrified the target. One curse.
Oh shit.
Any reduction to target scores. One effect reducing the target's hit points maximum.
I would say the greater one would probably do something.
Okay. I'm gonna cast Greater Restoration on ours.
Okay.
Do I need to roll anything?
And then, well, if nothing happens, I'm gonna do a bonus action too.
Okay, so then you have to tell us if something happens.
Okay. How would I do that? Just
Does something
Just
happen?
explain, yeah, just
Yeah.
explain it. Just explain what happens now that he cast that on you. So he cast Greater Restoration on you.
so you know more of what's going on with my backstory to be able to explain it a little better.
I mean, it would be considered a curse, wouldn't it? Or is it
I would
just,
think so.
I thought it was just a racial trait. Just a racial trait, just something that's part of you. So technically,
Not the random
that part about it,
would be.
that would
curse.
be more of a,
The roleplay?
it'd be more of a medical condition. Like, not like paralysis or anything like that. It would be a dependency. This greater restoration cure you of heroin
Of
heroin
addiction?
dependency. Yeah.
I would
think
say-
so.
I would think it
Would it pull
Addiction?
you from like instead of pulling you from, so maybe not curing
might-
you of addiction, but it would pull you from like the state that you're in, kind of bring you back to like more centered ground?
Yeah,
Then would that
I wouldn't think it would
Cure
cure
the
you, but
short-term
it would be.
withdrawal systems?
Yeah, it
It would
would.
help.
It would help with the withdrawal.
Break back your
So
withdrawal.
how about it gives, if you're trying to make another persuasion roll to convince him to stop, you get advantage.
That works for me.
Okay. Do you need your flowers? I remember at the beginning of the campaign she told me about these flowers.
No, I loved it. The way you delivered the line was just perfect.
Persuasion? 33.
Nice. You could roll something against it if you want. But you're coming back to consciousness.
No, that was. I would say 33 pretty.
So what do you say? Do you say anything in particular?
Calm down. Do you need your flowers?
Oh, there you go.
I don't know what's happening with me. I think so.
Okay, hold on.
Lynn's got both their eyes.
So, has she shifted back to like her normal self?
Slowly, it looks like I'm starting to.
Midah's a druid.
I
Maybe
quote
she
that.
can help.
That's a good one.
It's been so long since I had them. And they're on the ship.
Midah is
this
a
whole
druid.
time I've been dealing with
She
someone with
can
a
A racist with an addiction.
I have this.
To the drug or the racism?
Both.
Okay, so
To
I'm
codependency.
I'm gonna take her hand and just guide her to Midah.
She blocked the door with an at 20.
Well, I mean, are you gonna follow me?
I'm gonna say you're more willing now.
Yeah, I'm more willing now with that 33.
And as I pet the back of her head, I'm gonna sing soft kitty.
Soft kitty, warm
kitty, little ball of fuzz. Happy kitty, sleepy kitty, I'm gonna make a performance check.
Yes, you bard. Get it.
31.
It's fucking beautiful.
Like you guys can hear it throughout the ship.
Yeah, like
I'm not a kitty, but that's a pretty song.
It's a lovely lullaby.
And I'm gonna take her up deck to go see Midah, see if she can do something.
Okay.
Oh, see, she can.
So, yeah, you guys get upstairs, and what do you say to Midah? What do you tell her?
I'm just. I can't control it. I need my flowers.
So she decks Stratos. What did you do? It wasn't me.
Not really.
Tell her about the flowers. Describe the flowers to her.
I need my lavender lily blossoms. A condition.
Lavender lily blossoms.
I also have a condition.
Shut up, Mulligan!
So she holds out her hands, and you see them catch fire for a second, and then when the she's gonna use Druidcraft. Once the fire dissipates, there's lavender lily blossoms.
You want to roll to make sure that that's the right flower?
That one's actually highly toxic and poison.
Since Midah's a druid, do I get advantage on that?
Sure.
17.
I think you know what they are.
Yeah.
Here, I can just take the. There's like a whole. There's a whole handful of them.
You know that they have a slightly addictive effect, and that one of the withdrawal symptoms is sends the person into a pure rage. And the longer you take them for, the worse the worse the withdrawals are.
If you need more, I can make you some. When I went through my alcohol thing, I went through the whole withdrawal, and I was also really irritable.
Bag of holding. Can I have more, please?
She just druid crafts.
Just put a bunch in the bag of holding. I need to go apologize to Lynn. I think I hurt her.
Yes, perhaps you should. And I'm gonna go gather the other two, and we're going to have a group conversation.
So while that's going on, I'm finding Olagu publicly.
And then I'm gonna find Olagu, and well, I'll find you next. and then-
So how long would that have taken?
Maybe 5 minutes, 10 minutes.
Yeah,
if that.
I'd say like 10 minutes.
Because I'm gonna come stand next to you and be like, so where's the Godstone?
You're gonna need to be more specific.
The one that Nessi has gotten from the back of the dragon turtle that she put.
Oh, so you know the dragon turtle is
I
dead.
know that the dragon turtle is dead, and I also know that you are going to have to, when we get back to Sanctuary, you're going to need to put a deposit down of about 3,000 gold on that statue to continue working going.
You just pulled that number out of your ass.
No, would you like to see the correspondence?
One question at a time. First off, I don't know where your Godstone is. I only learned about this today.
Does Nessi have the Godstone?
I don't know yet.
And do you not?
It's been 2 hours since I found out.
When did you find out?
In the library.
Oh, so you and I asked the same question.
I don't think we asked the same question, but we got similar answers.
I wish I could tell you what question.
So when
Be a
are you
good
going
breakdown
to
thing.
know where the Godstone is?
Whenever I am told, if I am told,
Can you scry?
no.
Is this you can't scry right now, or you have no capability to scry?
That's a great question. I don't think I know how to describe, but maybe Yeah, I'm
I'm
added
pretty
it.
sure as a wizard you can scry. But
I
you
would
have the
have-
ability to scry.
It's not the same where I have a whole spells to choose from. I always have to pick spells to know, and then I can prepare a lesser amount each day. What level is Scry? 3rd? Oh, person who you just used it.
Let me double check.
It's higher than that.
Yeah, it's high. It's 5th.
So it's a
Do I have Scry? I do not have Scry. I have not used Scry.
Can you prepare scry?
No.
Insight.
That's going to be a 18.
23.
I'm being truthful. I cannot prepare Scry.
At all.
No, not at all. It is not in my spell list in my spell book.
So how do we find out if Nessi has the Godstone or not?
Be patient and wait for her to tell me.
Okay, so back to the 3,000 gold pieces that you owe the nice dwarves of Sentry.
Well, I will need to talk to them personally first to make sure they're fit for the job. This is going to be a very in-depth project.
Only you. Quit fucking around.
I am not going to trust your judgment on things you are not familiar with.
All of you.
I stand by my statement.
Yeah, I contacted the entire city of Sindri and asked for their best gold workers.
And
for
I will
me,
judge it.
not
I
for
think the
you.
best gold workers will be on Fortana, in the city made of gold.
You think that they're going to be better than the Seacorps?
Yes.
Believe it or not, I actually have been blessed by Sindri and I can identify good craftsmen.
Well, congrats. Their best gold craftsmen are probably on Fortana.
Well, then they can work together, but you still owe them 3,000 gold, so that way when you see Nessi, you can
Only
honestly
when I
say,
find the best.
Hey, so when you see Nessi, you can honestly say, yes, I have started progress on your giant sculpture.
And I can tell her right now that you have started progress on a giant
Hey,
sculpture.
no.
And I am verifying that it's the best because
No.
you are not the one for this.
No.
That is me.
Alright, so you're going to take on this responsibility solely, and you'll remove any responsibility.
Oh, as far as this is
that I have.
concerned, you're still bound. I can't control that.
No, you're going to work everything that you can. You're going to work. I'm going to cry you. I don't know what to do. You're going to either pay them the 3,000 gold, or going to tell Nessi that you have it completely under control and that you can me off the project.
I'm going to do what I think is best after I speak with them.
Where is this conversation taking place?
On the deck.
On the deck?
But like in quiet tones.
Okay, so when I see you guys again,
You see me, like I'm
see-
literally holding him up. You can come
I don't know where you're
over.
holding me up by. I don't
Your
wear
shell.
clothing.
No, I'm letting the boss do her thing. I'm like, well, she runs a tight ship.
Run all over me.
Just picking him up. Like, you listen, you little shit.
Are you satisfied that the dragon turtle is done?
Exceedingly so.
Do you have a plan to continue working with Nessi?
At the moment. Because now we've completed our rich agreement. Now we can create a new pact.
So what happens if this pact becomes null and void? Do you lose all powers that come through her?
If she chooses to take them from me, then yes.
So you could potentially lose all abilities that you've gained from becoming a warlock?
In theory, if I no longer have that patron, yes.
Hey God. Oh, see what would I have to do in order to get Nessi to revoke her patronage from Mulligan?
Oh my.
Okay, thank you. That's fascinating. So you should probably be a little more reverent with her. Yes?
I have done everything Nessie has asked.
You're so foolish.
And one thing I have not done, and if you say the statue, we are literally in the middle of the ocean and not been back since.
Yeah, it's called a letter. Could have sent one on Sanctuary.
What kind of letters do you think we get out in the ocean?
You could have sent it back when we were on Sanctuary to the town of Fortana and maybe the goldsmiths on Sindri to start contracting.
We are literally in hiding. Do you think they're not checking mail?
No, I think that there are channels in which you can get around that.
You mistrust the mail.
Good lord. Alright, other people start showing up at this point in the conversation.
Oh, hello.
I have some news to share.
As I lift it up, can I put it down now?
I'm gonna set you
Otherwise, I'll put
down.
myself down.
Direct-
Did we
Directly in
interrupt
front of me.
something?
Yeah, pissed off the boss, apparently.
Can I make an? And Midah's gonna make an insight check. She rolls 16 to see if Lynn is secretly into old lagoon.
Well, that you roll
So,
against.
Plot
you have-
twist.
No, I don't think I need to roll against this. You've probably seen people like drunk in infatuation. This is somebody who is very, very vaguely holding on to their sanity because they get frustrated with somebody. So it's probably how Val looked at you before she kicked you off your ship.
Oh, I've seen that look before. Yeah, so I have some announcement. I cast Scrying on the dragon tittle to see what its condition was, along with
Legendary dragon.
And it is dead.
Long live the dragon. What?
yes, it's deceased.
Hallelujah, it is
How?
dead.
How did it die?
In fact, that was my question to
I mean, it was
to
a force of
Eistoro.
It was not a force of good. It was a force
so-
of terror.
The big question is: does that mean that
Right.
Nessi took the Godstone off of the thing's back?
Wait,
Scry on the Godstone?
Nessie killed.
I don't think I can scry on a
The
thing.
legendary dragon.
Yes.
Yes.
I've heard legends of this kraken.
Double check.
Right, I know all about this kraken, right?
It has to be a creature.
Okay, because like.
You know about the Kraken. You know
local
about
lore.
you know about the dragon turtle. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh,
Well, you
yeah.
could just grind Nessie and use the turn the gods of the
Hey God.
You'll have to wait till tomorrow.
So the Godstones embody a element of the god's power. So would you say that perhaps they're not just an object, they are instead more? Damn.
It's just off. No, for me.
I'll stop.
I figured you have the direct line to it. Can you pray to it when you go to bed tonight and find out?
That was my plan. It's less of a prayer and more of a chant.
Okay.
Do we all hear it?
If you listen to the door, yes, you will hear chanting. It's like that old. What is the old?
Gregorian chant.
The Gregorian chants.
That's
Excellent. Hold, please.
Wow.
We're gonna cue up some Gregorian chant real quick.
I was gonna say Gorgon chant, and I was like, that's not right.
That's not the one.
Not
Speaking of
falling
which-
for Medusa.
Do you need a break bunking with him? You want me to keep an eye on?
all of them?
Yeah. I know this magic stuff is new for you. As a Corsair, I am of course trained.
Well, I mean, it is very weird. You like, I mean, you do your own magic, don't you?
Yep.
You're the
think you've established that only chants
stuff
in
is like
Gregorian.
plants and stuff.
I mean, that's what I've
Yeah.
imagined the whole time.
I'm so happy to hear that.
And she makes the lavender blossom and gives more to Artymiz. That stuff.
That was one of the running gags that we had in
Yeah.
undergrad. Because at
This
one
stuff
point
is
Will was like, what's the
little dark.
sexiest beggar? And immediately Jessica and I were like, Gregorian
You can
chant.
handle it.
He's like,
I
so
mean-
I'm not accepting anything else from you all.
Well, yeah, I'm not down that you can handle it.
It's for
I'm just
aspect.
asking,
He's
like,
like, I stand
I'm
for my
doing magic.
answer.
Is that like normal, the stuff he does?
No, it's not, I wouldn't say it's normal,
Oh,
but I'm not an expert. I just recently got magic myself.
What's
Thanks.
your definition of normal?
Thanks. Well, I mean, I walk around with a fox that's on fire, so I don't know if I'm an expert in normal.
is it not right now?
Yeah, he's like sitting on my shoulders.
Oh. Does it make the sound like fire?
Yeah, like little crackles.
Yeah. Like a little-
It's very soothing.
Yeah. I mean, if you want to, who are you bunking?
Well, I was barking with barking?
Yeah, or
I was bunking with Artymiz.
There it is.
But
London.
might be good to just change things up.
I'm alright with it. Fresh scenery, I guess. I always do feel like he's gonna do something in the middle of my sleep.
Oh yeah?
You ever feel like that about somebody?
Oh, wait.
Nothing good.
Oh, then no.
Oh.
So does anybody else need to clear the air on this dragon turtle business?
Rest in peace.
you mean rest in pieces?
I think I can
Was
be
he in pieces?
both.
I would assume so.
Yes, the shell was ripped off and everything. It was horrible.
Jesus Christ.
Excellent.
I look up to that dragon.
That's a mistake. It will stab you in the back and destroy your whole clan.
This man. Look, I heard so many great stories about it. It's hard to be convinced.
It's
that
all a lie.
Don't worry. I got it.
What, you agree? Is it evil?
No,
Is it horrible? I always thought it was a good thing.
It is not.
Jeez.
Alright.
It's a murder.
There's
of
something I want to do
tribes.
too.
So over the course of the next 2 weeks, you
Alright.
guys travel back to Sanctuary. It takes you a little longer because you guys run into a torrential storm.
Ooh.
And it lasts most of the week while you guys are traveling. So
Okay.
what I would like everyone to do is I would like you to roll a Constitution save for me.
Oh, fuck. Oh, that's not bad. 17.
Okay.
$21.
Dirty 20.
Okay.
Con save. 21.
You guys are rolling really well.
So Stratos rolled a dirty 20, and Midah rolled a natural 20.
Wow.
You all rolled really well. So no one is incapacitated because they're ill the whole time, which means all of you get to help in moving the boat along. So I need all of you to roll dex saves.
Fuck. 6.
9.
13.
Go ahead, Artymiz.
Set a deck save.
Yep.
10.
So Stratos rolled a 25, and Midah rolled a 13.
Okay. So
6.
who rolled less than 12?
So I will say, if you're within 10 feet of me, and I don't know that this would account for it, but I want to mention it, there's an aura of protection that would add a +5 to your ability, like to your saving.
That's true. We do have to-
We're not.
Okay.
We're not.
I wanted to,
Okay,
I wanted to
okay.
throw it out.
Just because this is.
It's
we're
not
just-
combat.
So you two are the only ones that rolled less than 12s?
Nope, she did too.
Yeah.
She rolled
Okay.
10.
So you
use
two
my
are
little
helpful the whole
Cortana?
time. You three are variably helpful. He falls off the ship.
How many times?
Yes! Let him die!
Oh my god.
I will get him back, but
I
like
didn't
how
say
many times?
man overboard.
I just
Okay.
Misty stepped back on the boat immediately.
Oh, he's puppet.
That was a close one.
Was it floating back?
So
and
twice he falls off the ship. He is incredibly unhelpful the entire time because he's just tripping over
Is it
himself.
because he's all looking old?
I do be old the entire time.
So eventually you guys start to pull up to Sanctuary, and as you do, you notice that there is a large black something in the water as you guys are getting closer to the island.
Is Nelly
How
here?
large is large? Like,
Like the size of this house?
Wow. Okay. And it's so we notice this.
Yeah.
We all notice it on
Oh,
top
yeah.
of the deck. There's this big black shadow
Yep, in the
that's
water.
under the boat.
Yep.
Oh my god.
And you notice it starts to follow you,
Is that something we should be concerned about?
and then
this?
it like zips ahead, and Tiny on your shoulders, like, Mama's here.
Yeah. Yeah, that's fine.
I must perform my
And
duties.
then
It's
up in
just-
front of the boat, this towering monstrosity slowly rises, and you guys see all the water pouring off and like splashing into the ocean. And you're probably terrified out of your mind because you've not seen her yet. But
Oh, you got you.
this is Nessi.
Huh. It's a giant octopus.
I would like to introduce you to Nessi, the
Yes,
all-powerful.
we've met.
You know each other. You met.
We fought.
Not very long.
You, however, Nessi, the all-powerful.
And then you guys just see like this giant tentacle reach up, and then boom. She drops a bag on the ground. Nice statue.
The contractors have been contacted. We are going to be meeting them here at Sanctuary.
1 year from today.
That was the agreement. Steps have been made to ensure its construction.
You will not fail me.
I have not done so yet.
And then she like drops into the water and disappears.
So you think that's the Godstone?
I can't wait to open it.
I don't touch anything in it. I just open it.
Inside is the Godstone of Dohaki.
I have
That was
a
hot.
gift for you.
Huh. Those what? I'm sorry.
Midah says that was hot.
Do you have some?
By the way, it is blood soaked.
Oh.
As you realize,
I
the bag
grabbed
was actually just a large piece of dragon turtle skin that she had wrapped the Godstone in.
I keep the bag. And put the bag in my bags.
So
Because
before
it's-
you do that, I would like to cast. Oh gosh, what spell is that?
It's not identified.
I would like to cast Control Flames and start burning the
Counter
skin.
spell.
Control Flames.
It's in my bag.
The Godstone?
No.
No, the skin
dragon
bag.
turtle skin.
I'm keeping that as a souvenir.
My own childhood.
So then I'm instead going to use Shape Water to wash off the Godstone.
Okay.
And I will put it in my bag, and then I will have a conversation about Tiny about how we can politely ask for things, and again why consent matters. And it's going to be very much a back and forth thing, and we're going to be talking about it within the framework of Gilded Flowers, because apparently that's the one thing that Tiny's really grabbed onto is like transactionary. So we're still trying that gentle parenting stuff, and I will congratulate them for how well they held themselves when their mom's here.
So you guys work with Nessi?
He does.
Yes, it's called the patrons when a god or higher power gives you a favor.
So
We
how long
made
is
an
Crux going to hire power?
What agreement did you make with Crux? What deal and contract did you sign?
It wasn't a deal, it was just friendship.
Do
It
you
was
have
never
to?
free.
Do you have to get grunge to like his chili? Is that the foundation of your contract?
Well, I was going to do that anyway.
I feel like that would be the foundation of any of Crux's otherworldly
But
pacts that have been
that's a
for grunge.
after we save the kingdom thing.
Death chili?
Death chili?
He did
Alternatively,
take
I
interest in the poison.
have heard of a spell by archwizards that you can summon a specific creature to you. We can just bring him to us and kill him on the spot in Crux's name.
What are you talking about?
So that would be violating consent.
Who? Bringing him here.
What's his name?
Grunge.
Grunge.
Oh, grab him for wherever he is and just put him right in front of you guys.
When you
Ideally, he'd be killed by Orion's body.
well, Orion. Should I kill? Would it be appropriate to kill him with Orion or use a sword that is literally encased in corn?
I think Orion restrains him while you kill him with the corn sword.
For once,
Hey.
you and I are in agreement.
So instead of thinking about grunge, maybe
No, I kind of want to see this play out now.
I'm gonna be level 20 because that's when I'll get ninth level spells for a wizard.
It's gonna be at the end
Just
of
so
the
you
campaign.
guys know that now has to happen before campaign.
Yeah.
Oh, it will.
Okay.
It will be before the wrap up. It'll be as soon as I'm that level, it's happening.
This pleases me.
I will be casting Gate on the spot in the temple where we turn
I was
on.
originally going to make a pact with the kings of the past, but in order to be a good king myself, I need to be a man of the people, and Crux is a man of the people.
That he was.
Man of the farm.
That he was.
Keep him off my land.
You can't have people without food, and he was one of the food sources.
All right.
Not
So
to eat,
you
but to grow the
guys
foods.
land at Sanctuary,
Alright?
and when you do, you're well received.
Good.
Are they a little freaked out from the Kraken?
Did they,
Yes.
I can say they saw that.
Yes, they saw that. You are led back into Sanctuary after they verify everyone's identification. And you are led directly to, seems to be a large assembly hall, where people are dressed in very fine clothing.
oh yeah, great. I have the dragon turtle's blood on me.
And they ask you to stand at the back and wait, and they usher the rest of you guys to the front, where you guys notice that there is a priest, probably a high priest, standing at what looks like an altar, talking with Ray and with Kai. And you guys are brought right up front and stood off to the side. And what's her name? Midah, the treasurer, turns to you and says, they saw your ship coming, were able to put together the ceremony because they knew you weren't going to be sticking around for too long.
I really love doing this while completely covered in grime. I feel like that truly makes it a mark of the occasion.
Aren't there like spells or whatnot to clean yourself up?
Honey, I'm a paladin.
Prestidigitation.
Oh, look, it runs back to me, you smell. Is that better? Do you have robes for me to change into, or am I just going in my armor?
She grabs a set of robes for you to wear. They are very fancy. They are primarily red. There are some purples and then lots of gold in them. And she tells you that normally you would have the trident when you were being crowned as heir apparent. But because you haven't done the trials yet, the trident is not accessible, that there is no trident to be used. But as the only living person who can take the throne at this point, you are de facto the heir apparent.
Yep.
Because Kai cannot take the throne.
By the good luck of not dying. Well, I am honored to wear this burden and struggle with this, I guess, for the rest of my life. I got this as parenting. It'll be great.
And she offers to take your tiny octopus with her.
Tiny, would you like to go?
I love that you don't correct her misconstruction.
Tiny, would you like to go, or would you like to chill with me? Does Tiny have an opinion?
Tiny decides to stay.
Okay. Tiny will stay with me. Thank you. You know, friends.
All right. So you end up walking down the aisle, and it's dead silent in the room as you walk down. And when you get to the altar, you are asked to kneel, where a crown is placed upon your head. It's not a terribly overdone crown. It's a smaller, almost like a coronet. It's done all in gold, and it does have the symbol of the trident and the unicorn horn on it, if you remember what those are.
Mm-hmm.
And you are given a ring of rank to place upon your fingers, and then you are asked to stand after you say your pledge. Which do you say your pledge?
Absolutely, I do.
Okay. And you stand and turn to the crown, and they present you as the new heir apparent to the throne of Atlantis, Amlyn Cormaris. Princess Amlyn Cormaris.
I go to clap. That's good. Great.
And then everyone in the crowd sings a song. I was going to sing it because it's a song that I wrote because of this campaign. But I am not in a position to sing. You have the recording.
I do.
Oh boy.
Oh man.
It's not great.
You gonna play it?
I'm down.
Oh nah.
Everyone in the crowd starts to sing it. It's not a good version of it.
As she wisely in the air.
What was her fish?
I told you it's not good. Yeah, that's not the version you should have. Just saying. I'm just gonna text you guys what the lyrics are, because you guys, the lyrics become important later. That's the important part.
Gotcha.
I have a different version of the lyrics.
Is this an actual song or something you created?
She wrote it, right?
Oh, nice.
She wrote it with this campaign in mind.
Heck yeah.
So this is like an important campaign moment.
Yeah. So her voice is always heard. May her bow be ever swift. So
This is the most beautiful thing since I've heard since the Backstreet Boys.
I join
May
in.
our mighty mother down. Or so, may our mighty
Oh.
father down.
Fuego matches your pitch.
So our minds be ever clean. May our mother, may our father bear us through.
It is a little different than the version I have.
Do you think they know that, man?
See, while you jump to the SpongeBob Super Bowl, I jump to the I Need a Hero from Shrek.
That is, and I will stand by this. And I have not broken up a relationship over this, but I was like, you need to dump him because of this. I do think that the version of I Need a Hero from Shrek 2 is infinitely better than the original recording.
That's what I
From
like.
Waller?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're both good, but I mean,
I had a whole, not argument, but like a whole spirited discussion with somebody where he's like, but the synth and Bonnie Tyler, I'm sorry, C minor, put it in C
Say
minor.
with the godmother.
Yeah.
Godmother, it was amazing.
It was so good. The cinematics of it.
It's like gives you goosebumps as she sings it. It's really, really good.
Yeah, whatever feeling
I'm
sounds.
not sure if I've ever even heard the original version. Is that the only version I've ever heard?
I don't know if I have either or, at least not all the way through.
You definitely have, because the next time you came to our house, Jessica sat you down and said, alright, which version is better? Because it can't
Anybody feeling American today?
I feel America.
You feel
I would
American?
love to feel American.
That is America's ass.
I want the cakes. Give me that cake. That American cake.
American?
I wanna, well,
Ice cream
yeah,
sandwich.
I want an ice cream sandwich. I feel like that's still American.
Why
That's
not
still pretty
both?
American.
Do you want The Last American?
Well, she can choose.
Do you want it for later when you can? Be too
It'll be,
tempting.
it'll be years.
Too
They don't
tempting.
make it that long. So my hands are wet. She said,
Already a predestination.
I've been singing that song for a year now.
I believe it. I do join in when it starts.
Yeah.
And I didn't notice till a long time after I started singing it, but I'm pretty sure I was singing it to the tune of the song from Lord of the Rings.
I'm not gonna lie, when you initially said this is a song, I was like, all I'm picturing is after Aragorn's coronation.
You guys remember the song where the Hobbit leaves? When it's, I can't remember which movie it's from. I think it's when Frodo leaves the Shire.
That's the first one.
I'm pretty sure that's the
Or you're
tune.
talking about like the going to the leaving with the elves. Talking about leaving with the elves or leaving the Shire for the first
Is
one?
it into the
Shire.
west or it's just the Shire?
It might be Into the West. I'm pretty sure it has a lot of. No.
Is it this?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was like, I'm pretty sure that's a Lord of the Rings too.
Yes.
There you go.
It's a good one.
But I didn't
Yeah,
notice that I was
That's such
doing
a good
it.
one.
I like the lyrics.
Because I love the like the triumphant version of it when Sam starts carrying Frodo up the mountain.
Yes.
Oh my God.
We need to do a rewatch.
I'm down.
I don't know.
All right, so what
We can binge.
happens after the
I
ceremony?
can't.
So it was a beautiful ceremony.
I struggled.
Blown away.
Is there food? Is there Tootsie Roll Pops to show them that there's 301 looks?
Oh no, is that
queen?
fair one just for you?
You're the queen of Atlantis?
Because
Air
different people have different sized tongues, different
Was
size
that-
of them.
Nope, it's
I think it's
301. Exactly, for
hypothetically,
everyone. That's what the
should we
owl
survive?
said.
Buffy's rage, and I successfully acquired the trident. I will have rights to assume the throne. Like,
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Yeah,
Thanks.
congrats.
thanks. Kind of miss just being a trident sometimes.
I just want to be outside in a circle with people just licking lollipops to show them 301.
Excellent.
You need to find out what the number is.
Is the ship back
for
yet?
blow pops.
You do it. Screw you, Olga. Go.
Fuck it, I don't need to do it.
Okay, so I'm pasting it in the general chat, the lyrics.
It's like the rhyme we got at the beginning of the campaign.
Because you guys are going to need it later when something else pops up. Otherwise, I'd just skip it and I wouldn't have made a point of it.
Fair.
Because I can't say it.
Makes sense.
And that recording was so bad, I did not realize how bad it was.
That's really cool though.
Yeah.
That you create your own song for it. That's really, really cool. It's a lot of effort.
And you should know, you being from here, should know who the people they are talking about in the song.
The Mighty Mother and the Mighty Father.
Mm-hmm.
I know who they are.
Mm-hmm.
Who are they?
So the Mighty Mother is Maliki, the goddess, and the Mighty Father is Eradra.
I've never seen that.
And he's the god of
Provider.
the seas.
Oh.
But the two of them, when they married, created Atlantis. That's the history. And you know that their joining is what created the royal family.
So her bloodline?
Mm-hmm.
Holy shit.
I don't care that I'm saying this in front of the table, I'm the ones that figure it out eventually. You know that the royal family are considered demigods.
And you look royal sometimes, right?
Yep.
So he's a demigod sometimes.
Sometimes. When he wants to be.
Well, it's not what I want to be.
I'm not convinced. Alright. Holy shit.
Alright, so over the course of the rest of the night, there's lots of food that's been laid out. You guys basically get a free night to party. Okay.
Oh no.
Because there's such an easy life. You just walk up, put Godstone stuff, and go parties afterwards. That's why it's been taking you guys so long. You guys do a lot of partying, don't you?
Potting.
This.
So don't we have like a former alcoholic or something that we should be making sure that she doesn't potty too on?
Who?
Midah.
Yeah.
I thought that was current and not former. I thought she was currently an alcoholic.
No, she has. You see that she has the AA thing.
I'm
She
gonna
has a
say
condition.
I'm just gonna say one thing. You're technically never a former alcoholic.
Uh-uh.
You're always an alcoholic.
Oh, whatever.
It's just you don't imbibe yourself.
Gotcha. Sorry. No disrespect.
I'm just giving you a hard time.
Yeah, I was right.
Get these pigeons out of here.
Alright, so the next day, what are you all going to do?
I would have stayed up late talking with my brother. Not my uncle.
Thank you.
Question. I know you're probably not going to wear your coronet all the time. Are you going to wear your ring of rank?
I will probably start wearing it, yeah.
Okay.
It makes me a little uncomfortable, but it seems like an important
And you should officially add both of those to your
inventory. Okay. Is it just custom items?
Yeah.
Yeah, so she would have talked to her brother and mingled a lot as well, just to try and, because the idea of doing this was like, well, people need something to celebrate. So she's like, I'm uncomfortable, but I'm here.
Is Mel
Let's
back?
celebrate.
Yes, the ship is back. Al obviously is not in the hall with you.
Obviously.
Are you going to go back to the ship?
Might need to make a pit stop.
Midah is also going to sneak onto the ship.
You're gonna sneak onto the ship?
Yeah.
Can you roll stealth?
Once the party's kind of done.
Well, if you're trying to sneak on, I just want to know if anyone sees you.
5.
If people see you. You think you're being sneaky. but you're not.
The
But nobody stops you.
the fox that's on fire doesn't give me
I
away.
honestly, I like to think that it's not the fox that's on fire. It's the fact that you're like humming a theme song while you're sneaking.
Yeah, I'm humming the beautiful song I heard at the ceremony.
I like the incredible song you did once.
Alright, so what do you do when you get to the ship, Midah?
Is there anybody on it?
Just Val.
Is this before or after I said I was going to go on it?
Before.
Okay.
Only because I think it'd be fun. And Val throws open her quarters. What are you doing here?
It's been a while.
Been a while. Been a while.
Not long enough as far as I'm concerned.
I'm really sorry for what I did to you, and I want you to have this. It's my sobriety thing. Token.
And
Gem.
she snatches it. And what did you do to me, Midah?
I joined the Corsairs. Kai helped me set my mind right.
I didn't ask what you did to fix yourself. I asked what you did to me.
Oh. I apologize for what I did in your quarters the last time we were together. I'll have you know that I think you're the best pilot. You're the best. Fuck it. I don't care if it's the right term or not. The best pilot there is as far as driving the ships. And I'm really sorry. You're my best friend and I screwed it up. And that's on me.
I think you're putting it rather mild.
Okay. Well,
But I think this is a good first step.
okay. This, I mean, you remember Fuego.
I do.
It's good. It's a good crew you guys got. I helped them place a couple of the Godstones. But I'm gonna be going back with Kai soon. I have responsibilities, so I won't be traveling much longer.
Well, I hope I at least get to see you again.
Oh, sure. I'm sure our paths will cross once they get this whole thing taken care of.
I'm sure they will, she says. And I want you to roll insight when she says that.
Okay.
Come on, let's play that then.
12.
Okay, you don't catch anything on this.
Okay.
Can I hang out for a bit so I can say goodbye to everybody before you guys head off?
I guess that's okay, but we're staying out of my room. And she closes her door behind you and she sits out with you on the deck.
Oh. And she very awkwardly tries to hug her.
And Val, like, does this thing. But, like, doesn't shut you off.
That's nice. That's a good number.
Okay. She'll just sit there with her.
And then, shortly after, Olagu comes along. And you see Val and Midah having a touching moment on the ship.
Hi, Val. She's still a skeleton, isn't she?
Yes. She says absolutely nothing to you. She stares right through you.
Expected.
What's up, old man?
Well, welcome to the ship.
Thanks. I just wanted to stop to say my piece to Val and say goodbye to everybody before you guys leave.
Are you not joining us?
I don't think so. I think I have duties with Kai.
Well, I think we can convince Kai otherwise. You've been very helpful.
Insight check. 12.
15.
Okay. So what's up? You left the party early.
Group gatherings are not my forte.
There's a lot of people.
It is a lot of people. And I have business with my cabin.
What kind of business?
That is personal.
Business in your cabin.
Do you ever get a sense of like deja vu? Like, it's probably nothing. Well, good luck with your bedroom act.
Thank you.
Do you leave?
Yeah, let's go to my bedroom.
Alright. Does anything else happen? Oh, are you doing something?
I'm gonna follow him. I'll stealthily like. But this time I'll put Fuego in my bag.
A little stealth.
4.
You want to roll against that?
Do you notice?
Luck for Tana.
Oh,
Did you roll an actual 1?
Yeah, or 13.
Sorry.
You're fine.
What do you got?
so you failed.
He did, so he notices
What am I noticing?
that he's following you.
I'm just
He's following
fine.
you.
Just to be like,
Obviously.
Yeah.
I stare you in the eyes as I close my door.
I need to get better at this. I'll just wait.
Okay. Does anything else happen this fine evening?
We're back on the ship. Going straight back to my room.
Okay. I
My
guess once
sweet
you leave the hall.
potions. Sweet,
collecting
sweet
my stashes.
potions.
I'm collecting my stashes.
I see.
Your Majesty.
And I'm gonna put everything in
That's
my bag
weird.
folder.
Drink if you needed.
I think the proper terminology is Your Highness. You're not wrong with us.
Okay, so, I think Artymiz feels really bad about what happened.
I know.
So maybe you guys should, like, touch base or whatever.
So this conversation happened in the past, like that day that it happened.
Yes.
So we have touch base.
Oh, that's great. What happened? And he gets really interested.
I am gonna look around at the large party of people we're around and
Oh, I thought
say,
we were back on the boat.
oh no, she's still at the party. She will be there for most of the night because at some point they put it on so that people can see her get crowned and
So he
she'll
will,
do her
he will,
duty.
he will do this conversation message then.
Okay.
So it's private.
Okay.
Do you guys not speak the common language that those people probably wouldn't speak?
Oh, Atlantean?
Atlantean.
When?
Dwarvish?
I don't speak Dwarvish.
Damn.
Why do you speak Dwarvish?
Because my uncle was masquerading as a jeweler, and we did a lot of trade with dwarves.
Okay, that's fair.
I mean, their best friend was a dwarf. I can't remember his name.
Yeah.
It was not Brent.
No, it's not. Imagine if it was.
He's a friend of mine.
I feel like we had a talk. What more do you want to know?
I was just making sure that you guys are cool because
I think it's gonna be a bit before we're like really cool. I don't know. Have you ever had somebody be like, yeah, you're like, I like you, and you're like, we are hugging because you just told me something deep and emotional, and I don't know how to respond to that. It's fine. It's fine.
How do you feel?
How do I feel?
Yes.
How do you deal with survivor's guilt?
That's something I've done.
This is epitomizing that.
That's something that I've dealt with.
You dealt with somebody just being like, hey, I like you.
No, but I've read about it.
Oh. I honestly thought I'd handle it better than I did. I mean, like, I don't know that I handled it poorly.
Well, she didn't attack you, so that's a good sign.
Well, no, she did that earlier.
The magic leaves that she got from Midah seem to be helpful.
I think it's very brave that she admitted that, and I really respect her for that. And I am honored to be the recipient of her affection. Like, I don't know.
It is a big step. I mean, it does imply mixing.
I don't give a shit about that. But, I, like, quite literally, romantic things have been on the very bottom of my list. And I was just very excited to hear the prospect that I wasn't going to have an arranged marriage, which is lovely. Though I'm not going to lie, there was part of me that was kind of like, you know what, just assign somebody. That's fine. I work. Because then it was one less decision I had to make. And now I have to, like, listen to my heart again. And that's annoying, but it's never ended well before. So long as you don't ask Jin, which I guess he doesn't have a tongue, so maybe that's going to work in my favor. Oh god, that's such a terrible thing to say!
Well,
listen, he was harsh on me for a good reason. Because I didn't have like a wild youth or anything, but you know, some of the things that he used to say to me make a lot more sense now. Like this is not how you were raised to behave. It's like, I don't know how you wanted me to be raised to behave. I used to be crawling through chimneys to find like the weak points to fix them again so that way our business could still run. And he'd say things like, no, you were meant for more. Like, you need to not be picky, but like, you need to be considerate of who you are engaging in relations with. And I'm like, nobody gives shit. And he's like, I do. And I was like, well, that's even weirder. Sorry, you didn't ask to hear any of this, did you?
Going on a rampage.
that's quite all right.
So, I haven't thought about it. It's been really nice not thinking about it. And now I try to think about it like at least twice a day. And I don't know that I like that.
Well, you can take solace in that you're not alone, and I'm going to pull out a
This is their message?
document. It's still their message.
Oh, yeah.
It's a official document signed by both me and Lalandra. It's a treaty and a pact between technically 3 kingdoms that if you are to ascend the throne, we will always have your back.
Can I give you a hug? Can I say that one out loud?
Of course.
I'm just gonna like pick you up and absolutely lift you off the ground and like crack your back a little bit. Thank you. Is the wander here or was it just a lot?
Yeah, I think she's here somewhere. She's mingling.
Okay, cool. So I'm gonna go find her. Well, thank you. This means a lot. I really appreciate it.
Of course.
Zordon, you've
Your
been a great friend.
Highness.
Yeah, same to you. And then I'm gonna go find his wife. I don't think Maccabee wants to be held by you.
My arm's just too short to pick him up.
Is that what you're going with?
And after the party, I'll return to the ship.
Alright. So, next day. I'm sure conversations need to happen.
Yeah.
So, all of you end up in a room with Kai and Ray.
Oh, that kind of conversation.
Kai and who? Oh, Ray, yeah, Ray. Wait, Ray. Greetings, Kai. We have a new compadre. His name is Gorth.
Hail and well met, Gorth.
Happy to be of service. Help him put the world back together.
You recognize him as another prince, by the way.
I recognize.
Kai is another prince.
Do I recognize him immediately?
Yeah.
Okay.
He's got red hair.
Are you going?
He's
So-
clearly an Atlantean mer.
So they go by Your Highness and that kind of stuff in this thing.
Yep.
Oh, okay. I would have dressed him differently than that. Hello, Your Highness.
Hello. You can drop formalities here.
Oh,
You hear Midah burp in the background. Just like that.
oh. All right. Happy to be of service.
It's very casual.
You have no idea what you want.
You all throw a really nice shindig.
So, you've placed 3 Godstones now, I've heard?
4.
4, yeah.
Yeah,
Placed
on
the
a
4th.
roll.
You've made much progress the last few weeks.
And we are in possession of 2 more.
Good.
Things have really sped up since I've joined the crew.
Same. And Midah kind of like leads on you. I told you it was a good idea for me to join them. Nothing weird happened. I was able to control myself the whole time.
I'm sure you did. I'm sure we're going to have a great conversation about it later.
Of course.
Midas says that?
Yeah.
Midah's been great. Midah's been absolutely wonderful.
So, on Did you guys have questions about anything?
Do you all have any idea where Calder's Godstone is?
No.
No, shit. Any idea how to get through Vesi's rage or find her Godstone?
No.
Alright. Cool beans. That's not great.
Do we need to find place Calder's before Scatho?
I don't know of any reason why you can't play Scatho now if you've got them.
Because Val told us it had to be last.
I don't know of any reason why it had to be last.
Is this Ray or Kai talking?
Kai.
And so the plan with Scatho all along was just to have, I guess, myself or Zordon replace the Godstone?
As far as I know. Unless you have information I don't.
I will wreak havoc on her ship. More than I already have.
No, that's fine. So there are no. Where is Calder's temple?
Calder is. Woo! When you start erasing the wrong thing. It's scary.
Yeah.
Scatho, Stone Tusk Isle, in Scathon.
Calder.
Oh, Calder, sorry. Eastlod Isle in Jotunstol.
Oh, so Eastlod is in the east. Oh no, Eastlod, Jotunstol.
Do you have any idea on
Very nice.
I
how
was
we
wondering
could
when we were going to go to the
find
north.
It's very nice.
information?
Play 7 north.
Huh?
Do you have any idea on where we could potentially find information on where that might be, or
I need you to repeat, I can't hear you.
do you have any idea on where we could find information on where Calder's could be, or
We've heard nothing.
okay. But it was removed.
Yes. Every godstone had to be removed in order for us to erect the barrier.
Does that include the great gods?
Yes.
Oh. Well, that's not great. Do you
Their
only-
temple is in Atlantis. It's in
the eye of Vesi's store.
in the castle.
Yeah. So, follow-up question that's adjacent, but not at all related. Do you all know that the dragon turtle is dead?
Wait, what?
Yes, I saw it for myself.
Ripped to
True.
pieces?
Rest in peace.
Rest in peace.
That's what he meant.
How? I mean,
I know, I'm just as blown away as you are. I can't believe it.
what?
He's a legend.
I just wanted to put that on your plate, and let you all know, so you knew.
How and who?
It was a crack. Sorry. it was the crack.
It was Nessi.
It was Nessie.
Nessie?
Nessie did it.
Nessie never goes so far.
I know, I don't know why she was so cruel.
She never goes past the ring.
No.
And whenever Oliver's not looking at me, I look at him.
Well, when
We do have that
you go
costume.
to play Stohaki's stone, do you mind determining how and why it happened?
We'll see what we can do.
Please launch an investigation.
Well, the how has already been said. It was Nessi.
But why?
But how did Nessie even
why
get to
would,
it?
why would Nessie do this?
Nessi's a sea creature. Nessi can swim.
Two of my childhood heroes.
Yes, and so did the dragon turtle.
I have no action figures.
Dragon turtle's been chained up.
Really?
So we've been told.
What?
Yeah, it was trained.
Who and why?
That's a great question.
It's a lot for me
Gods.
too, sir.
I don't know why, right? Just check. Okay, good.
Am I lying off for that?
Deception?
To make sure I'm not accidentally
Oh. Please make sure that you determine what all events led to this.
We can do that.
It is
with
terrifying to me to think that a creature such as Nessi, who has to this point been rather amphibious, except for her
chips.
gold, would go out of her way to kill an ancient dragon turtle.
Yep.
It's a great mystery.
I know,
Yeah.
it's a mystery.
You guys are all, whoever's all saying this right now, you need to roll deception for me.
That's gonna be a 29.
If I'm just making
No, that's
polite
gonna be dirty
noises,
30.
Huh?
if I'm just making like polite noises, like
Deception?
Uh-huh.
I'm not deceiving. I'm actually like broken
You don't
up.
know?
No, I'm broken up about the fact that Dragon Turtle's dead.
8.
30.
11.
I look resigned.
Okay, they
as hell.
suspect that you know something, but they're just gonna wait for you to say something.
I will like brush it past me and mouth to Kai after.
Six. I really know all of you did shit.
Whoa, sweet ya!
Rugby.
So, you all don't have any idea of where Vessi's Rage is either? Or not Vessi's Rage, we all know where Vessi's Rage is, where Vessi's Godstone is.
We don't. The Godstone is no.
Have there been any major movements of the Mesoloth or Hydroloth?
Not any major movements. We've noticed that they've started cropping up in some of the ports. We suspect as some kind of countermeasure to stop travel. But the groups at this point are very small.
Okay.
Sorry. So was the commander that you mentioned in your sending the other day, were you implying, I think his name was Goofin? That's what Crux said.
Goofin?
Yes, that's...
There's no.
The Drider
The
commander
Drider.
from Silvari.
Yes, there is the Drider commander. His name was Valzar. I know of Valzar. Valzar. But I know of no Goofin.
You never heard of Goofin? I've heard stories about Goofin. Legendary Drider?
But is Zaldar
Told you
dead?
myself.
You say what?
Told you myself. That one night.
Yes, he is dead.
I've heard stories.
So, well, maybe
So 2 of the 3 commanders are dead.
people...
By the way, how did the rescue attempt go after we left?
Yeah.
So we
Oh,
managed
boy,
to
yeah.
free. We managed to kill the commander Valzar. We managed to free all
Did
the
he happen
prisoners.
to be weirdly locked out of his own keep?
He was, yes.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Perhaps Goofin went by several aliases.
That'd be smart. He's a notorious fella.
The prisoners were freed, and currently the Vendexian allies are holding the fort and town as a front against the Mesoloth. It's currently one of our biggest strongholds. 20% of Silvari, however, happened to burn a large portion of the city. There were some casualties, but a majority of the people are safe. We were able to stop the fire before it spread too far. We did free all the prisoners. The camp has burned down, however, though that was more by choice than anything.
Good for them.
And then he does tell you that they've already held a mass funeral, and that Kai plans to dedicate a statue to the fallen in memory of that day later. And he's considering using Crux for the statue.
I'd cheer for that. I think that would be a good way to honor him.
I concur.
I also have a proposition for Eistoro after this. After all is said. I think there should be a temple dedicated to an Allen who is dedicated to knowledge and who gave his life to protect others.
What's up with your face?
Good moment.
Huh?
It's a good moment. I like that.
His character's being honored.
Yeah.
Both sides.
I fought to stop the Holocaust. Crux is happy with that.
So right.
So it'd be like a metal statue of Crux standing there gloriously with a bunch of freak Jews.
Or would he be?
Escaping.
Would he be the
Holding
ape?
a corn cob.
Or would he be the ape? Chucking a nice big.
I
pile of
think
shit.
I think what it's going to
Crux
be,
and Orion standing back to back.
That would actually be really cool.
that would be cool. Orion casting a spell and Crux like throwing corn at someone. And then just a little tiny like gorilla at his feet.
Kind of fun.
And encapsulates
Crux
the
riding a
entire-
gorilla while holding corn.
No. I did a gorilla at my feet.
Oh man.
If you could make arrows littering his feet, the ground around his
Yes,
feet.
to represent
Heard. Hold on.
skeletons
No,
and
now I
birds.
need a description of the statue. So Kai is taking notes.
Goodness gracious.
So it's gonna be Crux and Orion back to back. Orion is casting a spell, and his cloak is billowing.
Of
Yeah,
course.
it's like
It's
So we
always.
have
it's like
Orion's
this many-
wings and Crux's cloak billowing in like symmetry.
Yeah. Oh, that's cool. Crux is throwing the corn, an ear of corn. I don't know why an ear of corn, but he is.
oh yeah.
It's a fragmentation grenade. It just lifts the corn. He's a monster. He's larger than the storm.
Okay. So I'm saving that note.
I can't wait.
And I am sure at some point it's going to come up in one of our campaigns again. And I'm going to have the description of the statue of Crux.
As things do.
Happy about that. I'm glad he was Jew-like.
Beloved.
And loved is the better word.
Okay. So now that is.
He will be missed as long as you don't look at my bag of holding. You don't need to miss him anymore.
I'm still here in spirit.
And in person.
And his body.
Did you guys have any other questions or
Who's
concerns at this table?
I want to ask who the third commander is and where
Oh, yeah,
his
the
last
Riders.
known location was.
We don't.
Full circle.
know.
Full circle for sure.
Last he was seen was when the three commanders gathered for a meeting when I told you about that, but we don't know where he went.
Alright. So we'll have to stay on the lookout. Be sure. What else? Are there any other prison camps smaller than Slavari but people being held by Mezzalot that we know of?
Been systematically tearing them down. At this point, it's not a major concern for us. The big camp is already taken care of.
Good.
We've been throwing wrenches in their gears for a long time.
I believe it. You all run a tight ship. Anybody got any like books or something that I can read on the whole like acquiring the trident? I do like their books.
About what?
Acquiring the trident and that entire process, or can I talk with someone who maybe has experience understanding what goes into that? Looking directly at Kai.
I can talk to you here in a moment.
Okay.
I can even tell you now, your friends will have to be involved.
Yeah, that works.
So, when it is time to determine the next heir, typically what would happen is the heirs compete against each other in the labyrinth. And the person with best score is the person who gets to keep the trident at the end. Individual has to bring their own council with them
I wish we had the
into
score.
the labyrinth. It is typically a council of 4 to assist them. Every trial in the labyrinth has a different goal. Whether it be a demonstration of your ability to lead or your ability to protect others or to show compassion. All are trials. It is your ability to, for lack of a better term, play word games with others. And your ability to do so and always come out on top. You did go through the labyrinth of the Minotaurs, correct?
Yes.
They built our labyrinth, and it is a replica of their own.
Okay, there's nothing left this
In prior generations, I know
Don't look in
that
the
royal
water.
children were sent to the Minotaur labyrinth to run it as trials.
Yeah, not stopping back there. Lost a friend, found a friend. Lost a friend.
So that's what you gotta do to get the trident? To become the queen of Amends?
But who's your competition?
Who would be my competition?
Right.
In this case, no one.
So is there like a minimum score that you have to get?
Who evaluates
At this point, you just need to get the trident.
Alright, is the trident in the center?
Yes.
Like where Fortana's Godstone was.
Is there also
The problem is by tradition, and I can't say I exactly agree with this tradition, but Mother always was about her traditions. Once the eldest child turned 18, the trident would be placed in the labyrinth and not touched until the next heir was chosen. But the youngest child has to be 12 before they can compete.
In what world is that an effective way to house an ancient relic that has power?
You beat me.
Well, it hasn't fallen
As
into
far
the
as
wrong
Mother
hands
was
yet.
concerned, it's just how
So it's
things have
fairly
always been
effective.
done.
So hey, Ray, how hard is it to change tradition or law around here?
It's easy to change law. Mother was just always about her tradition.
Well, I think if we all survive it, that's one that's gonna change because maybe this wouldn't have happened. That's not fair, but alright.
I have one question. Where can I find the leaders of the crafting guild?
On Sindri?
Does that know where we're at?
Mm-hmm.
No, we're in Sanctuary.
We're at Sanctuary, not Sindri. I sent a letter for you to
These
the
F words are very confusing. It's been a long few months.
Don't pick them up by a shoulder. Pick them up by a shoulder. By a shoulder.
Alright. Any other conversation, anything else that you guys want to happen before we wrap it up for tonight?
Not that I
It's 9:30, this seems like a good stopping point unless there's something that you think you're going to do within this day, conversation-wise, because I would rather wrap that up now instead of having to start with it next week.
Where are you going, Kai, before? Where's your next destination?
I'm probably going to head back to Silver Tree and continue running operations from there. I actually came to pick up our advisors.
Assuming you want me to tag along?
Please.
Okay, can I say goodbye?
Of course.
We can start that next week.
Yes. Alright. Anything else, folks?
Nope.
I think that's where we're going to wrap it today. Woo! We got a lot done.
Yep.
Got some singing. We got Godstone.
Oh, I need to not just
So did you want to know what I thought you were going to ask?
Yes.
Where's Godstone?
You know, that would have been a really good one as well.
I was like, I'm sure at least one person is going to ask, where's Calder's Godstone? And then she started with how many licks to get to the center of a Tootsie Pop, and I realized that I thought you guys were smarter than what you actually are. I knew where that was going to end.
I don't know what that's what smart is. I think it's about vibes at some point.
What about the
I had no
question was great.
questions. I had no questions.
I mean,
and that
you
was
guys-
the first thing that came to
You
mind.
guys had some good questions. They made for some interesting
How
gameplay.
do you deal with survivor's guilt?
And
That's
that will
probably my
always be
favorite
canon,
one.
and that is always going to be a thing now. But I expected someone to ask what Cult of Godstone was.
Like, I'm gonna remove all that right there and write how to deal with survivor's guilt, and then just things.
Question mark, because we never got that question answered at the table.
For sure thought it was going to be asked.
Just all our favorite quotes that we say written on the
Everyone's
wall.
Though I
psychology
can't
books,
wait
don't
to
you
hear
have- don't you,
conversation with
Zach?
Val
Is it
goes.
mentioned? You have a bunch of
Who's talking
psychology books,
about?
don't you have?
His conversation
Yeah.
with Val.
Is it mentioned?
Oh, you guys gonna have a conversation with Val?
Survivor's guilt.
Survivor's Guilt, I bet it is.
Olga's gonna have a conversation with Val, isn't he?
I was going to, but I don't remember what about. I just thought about it. Oh yeah, I do. Yes, I am.
You
That
probably
fucking
need to
liar.
write a note. 'Cause,
Wait,
yeah.
so you don't
I have a
forget
note that she lied.
that she lied?
We just took her at her word, to be honest.
Oh, dear.
I rolled an insight and I rolled low.
You don't know that she lied.
No, but we are now like, oh, so this wasn't the plan for you to just die? Huh. Interesting.
Olga thinks she lied.
Stop chewing on my foot.
No.
Is that latte?
Yeah, he's like licking my foot.
Latte, what you doing, you silly girl?
Look at a foot.
Like it is different than chewing.
It's a great
Because
pastime.
my feet are sweaty? Is it salty? Is that
Yes, she does like the salt so she feeds.
Did you guys feel good about today's progress?
Yeah,
Yeah, absolutely.
That
We
was
got
fun.
Yet another Dark Godstone placed.
Watermelon.
Had some good character development moments with Artymiz. So we got. Oh my God.
You check with Zach or
No, he just did not.
I asked the DM
Yes,
first.
yes, he says.
And I said, hell yes.
I'm happy to still
Trust
be-
me, I'm for the vibes
The
too.
dragon
Yeah.
turtle's dead. It's been a great day.
That was such.
I
a
love
crazy
that
thing
both
to
of
learn.
you asked in private about that, and I was like, he's dead. That was a great way for that to happen.
Oh my gosh.
My requests have been answered.
Those
You were
were-
gonna find out anyway, but
Poor
Better than later.
childhood heroes. Like you read so many stories about them, how badass they were. And was being used to kill the other.
ended up using the last of those.
He is already traumatized. He goes into one of those rooms like the Matrix room and things just start appearing out of fucking nowhere. He's what the fuck is happening? This is insane. He has no idea what he signed up for. That's why his demeanor's totally changed from being like a hard badass.
I'm so out of my depth right now.
I'm totally out of my depth right now.
I'm suddenly unsure about everything.
Exactly. It's like I have no idea.
What's
how to
this?
do
What's
any of
that?
this.
What's this? Oh my god.
So you just pulled skeletons out of the bag.
I know, it's just- I gotta take a break. That was too much.
Does anyone want broccoli cheddar soup to take home or keep home or whatever?
Keep here. Absolutely.
It looks like, I mean, it's a decent amount.
It was delicious.
At least another 2 or 3 bowls. or-
Yeah.
Oh, dude.
I've
Back
been
to
cleaning
that.
up.
Thank you.
Yeah, alright. Hey?
Thank you for
Absolutely.
Thank you very much. Very, very happy with it. Your resin
Nice.
thing has a super good
And the
detail on it.
axe on your banner was originally just the plain unplastable. I was like, you know, it doesn't mesh very well with the more accurate spear, so like I just found an axe, I still put it on there that is the same as the axe and the class symbol, but it looks more detailed, so it fits better.
They definitely chose very well with this.
It's like, you do tribal? It's like, I can do tribal.
Chill it.
Spears, axes, and a wrist finger circular shield.
His big suggestive point.
I did. It did.